I feel like in her innermost being, Mama Lynn was like, okay, don't smack her because she got powers now. But I'm still her mom. But I'm trying to be cool. I don't want to be that mom. But I think she had that moment in her fucking mind, like, I'm about to... No, don't do it, Lynn. She had a don't do it, Lynn moment in her mind. Right. Don't do it, Lynn. Don't do it, Lynn. Because if that motherfucker don't take a breath, she gonna feel that slap. If she don't see it coming and she ain't got time to go, I boy, look, my mama Lynn like she'll get a few licks off before you hit that breath, nigga.
We pray at night for the helpless. Hoping you get us through breakfast. Wishing somebody come save us. Black lightning's back, come to shock the haters. Woke up in the ghetto, we need our hero back. Guns clapping, gangs active, like where we at. Black lightning need to strike, like where we at. Show us another way besides these guns and crack. Nighttime suit up, this for payback. This our Superman, Robin, and the Bat. Step back, you might get shocked off of contact. This was for the hood, this for being black. We ain't got no hope, they killing every day. I mean, we need you in every way. We need results, we don't need to see your face. Here we come, just to say the day. Here we come, just in perfect timing. To help the needy and guide the blinded. Last night I saw a superhero, he was black. He said, this is for the street, Black Lightning's back.
And then I was like, okay, you know what, it's cool, I'll catch up on FX. And then eventually what FX does, because I think I was talking to you about this, I can't remember who it was, but I know it's on Hulu now. Yeah. But it's no longer available on FX.
Yep, I think we were talking about this because
was it yes? I had a
similar problem trying to throw somebody I know on Atlanta.
Yeah,
and, you know, I mean, they couldn't find it on FX. Now that's when I know it's bitch on Hulu. The whole thing on Hulu, but now it's hard as fuck to find a second season.
Oh, really? Okay. See, that's why I'm like, I could just DVR that second season now, and then hopefully find some way to get into like a Hulu account, and then just kind of plow through them. Because I'm only, like, there were only, 6 episodes that first season? 8?
Atlanta season 1, I want to say it's 8.
It's 8? Okay, so I got 4 more to go.
It's either 8 or 10. I just know it's short as hell, and it's a beast. So you got the episode what?
I'm about, I'm at the episode, there was an episode where it was just about Donald Glover's girlfriend.
I love that episode.
Yeah, that's the last one I saw.
Oh,
that's the very last one I saw.
So you haven't even seen like the best episode.
Yeah, apparently. Yes, y'all kept. Remember, y'all were telling me that like it gets so much better, dude. You got to finish it, and then I never got around to it.
Oh my god! But the thing is, so what happened right before that? What was the episode before that one when it's just hers? I really love that they gave her own episode. I thought that was a great episode as well. But
was the one after that was the one? Oh, well, I'm sorry. The one before that was it. The one where they have the celebrity basketball game?
All right, so the fact that you know about that is then the answer is yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because, because from celebrity basketball game on with Black Justin Bieber.
Black Justin Bieber, that's it, yeah.
From that point on, son, it's like the show go left, dog.
Cause I want left in a good way?
Yeah, in a storytelling wise, because if you look at I'm looking at it right now, episodes 1 to 4, they're like, establishing like the characters, their relationships and stuff like that.
Oh, is it 10 episodes?
It's 10. That's what it looks like it is. How it is. Yeah, it goes over 10. It's 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So then you get to episode 5, and that's when it starts going a little left, where you got
nobody beats the Biebs.
Justin Bieber's black in this world. Like nothing really got weird until you get to that episode where you find out that Justin Bieber's black in this, and it's like supposed to be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's supposed to actually be Justin Bieber?
Yes. Now, when you rewatch that, take that into account.
Okay.
He's not supposed to be like some black guy calling himself Justin Bieber. In their world, he's Justin Bieber. And what they did was look at a whole bunch of headlines of crazy random shit Justin Bieber really did, but just threw it into this black character, just had him being super niggerish about it, and throwing the obvious metaphor of, white boy get to do all this, but now we see a black is so ignorant to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, dude, that was genius.
Yeah, that fucking is genius, actually.
Then you get to episode 6, and they gave the whole episode to girl. Even when they show Donald Glover.
Oh, so I was on episode 6.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
When they show Donald Glover in that episode, the only time they first introduce him over his shoulder,
right.
And it's still focused on her. Like everything is still focused on her. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a real bold move, that episode, yeah.
It's not like she was a star at that point. Like now everybody knows Zazie Beetz. They're giving up props. She's about to be the next Deadpool and shit.
That's what I was about to say. That is her in Deadpool, right?
Yeah, but like this is still, you beforehand you shot all these episodes with having in mind, oh, I'm gonna give my female main character a whole up to herself for you to just get to know her and fuck with her character off the dump. I felt like that was a beast.
Is Paperboy in anything else?
Yeah. Then you get to episode 7.
Okay.
Episode 7 is the one that won the Emmy and the Golden Globe and shit.
7.
BAA. Episode 7. You heard me?
So right after, that's like the very next episode.
That's the one everyone
Ain't that some shit?
That's the one. And that's Paperboy's the only one from the show in that episode. Because what happened was they made their own they made an episode like fucking BET News or something, and the whole episode, and they bought all the commercials. So they made
like
their
a
own
mockumentary kind of thing.
Nah,
No,
they made it basically
like
Paperboy has an interview with like a Tavis Smiley type or whatever, and in his interview he's having with like this feminist type chick about his lyrics, and that's all I'm gonna tell you on it. But the thing is interesting is the whole episode is watching him and her and this guy interview them on this show. Like it's like I forget the name of the show, but let's say the show is called like Black something news or something. Black ass news, not ass though, because the dude's trying to be serious and shit.
Right.
But like so anytime it goes to commercial, this was the genius part. They had their own commercials, so they really bought that block out of FX for themselves.
Also, like there was no real advertisement that night. It was solely Atlanta for a 30-minute block. Okay, all right.
They did their thing with that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like the more you kind of tell me about it, I was like, maybe I will jump into it, just to sort of reintroduce myself to it again.
It's just trippy because like then in episode 8, something weird happens in their world, and I'm not gonna say what it is. Then episode 9, that's when Juneteenth. All right, let me think of something because it's so funny how their world like is established as the real world, and the first couple of episodes, but then they just start playing with it, and that's what I feel is part of the genius. Because he said he wanted to make like a Black Fargo or some shit. So
is that what he said? It
was like one inspiration was Fargo, and another motherfucking show.
Like movie or the Fargo the TV show.
I mean, like you talking about Fargo the movie and Fargo the show because both of them apparently. Like
they're pretty close, to one another, right?
So, but he said another show that people normally think some white shit, and he wanted like flip, fuck, like make this like desolate type of world, but hip hop, but black, but what I mean. He wants to play with different concepts. So it's like
yeah, that's definitely the vibe I got. I mean, I really wish I would have stuck with this, man, because like now I'm kind of kicking myself. But I'm probably just gonna jump in. After this conversation now, I don't see a world where I don't. So
finish it up, dog, because one thing I would say about season 2 is from just what's the day? Oh, it comes out tomorrow. Wednesday. Cool, because it comes on Thursdays now.
Okay.
Yeah, because
this is like the second episode this week, right?
Yeah, they just started season 2.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just saying, like, because you got to see season 1 to take in how different the first episode of season 2 is.
Okay.
See, you know what I mean?
See, normally I'm a purist. I'm like, no, I've got to see it in chronological order, and like I'm in my heart, I'm like, I'm gonna break that cycle, and you're telling me don't. You're telling me no. Go with your first instinct.
Don't, because one great thing about Atlanta is, funny enough, like you can watch them out of order because it's not like they have a specific linear. They're not story in this
chronological.
Yeah, not necessarily, but to pick up on. Episode 1 of season 2, you gotta at least see the last episode of season 1, because it's like
they flow that close together in terms of the story or narrative.
In a way, yeah. And if you look at this as an overall all narrative of they slow telling Earn trying to figure out his life and shit, that's not a double character or not. Well, like in season 1, episode 10, They take a step forward in his story in a way that they don't do much of throughout the season. It's like even as I look at these episode name titles in front of me, and I'm looking like, all right, which ones really progressed each character's story arc? And most of these things are just like random episodes that, like, it seems like a big slow play. You know, like that's what it just feels like, a big ass slow play. And in the end of the season, you see, okay, Ern, you got some. His name is Ernest Marks. Ern Marks. You know what I mean?
And they call him Ern.
That's why I said you got to cup the marks there, dog. At the end of season 1.
There's a lot to play with there, yeah.
Yeah, but he still ain't there. He got a long way to go. And when you get into season 2, the tone of season 2 is different.
Okay.
And the only way for you to feel that is to finish
watch
season
the
1.
Season. Yeah.
So when you get to season 2, you're like, wait.
Yeah.
These things feel funny. Like, it feels different. And not even a bad different, just different. Like,
you know, it's nerd dilemmas, man. How do I watch the first season of Atlanta?
You only got like a couple episodes.
Honestly, I feel a lot more confident.
Are 23 minutes a wop, dude.
They are.
23 minutes. You can eat this tonight if you're really bold.
Here's the thing. No, probably because. So here's the thing. When I was watching it, I was doing it legitly through like FX, and one thing I've learned I hate right now is commercials. Oh, they are the death of television to me, right? And being able, if I go and I watch it now, I'm probably gonna have to watch it in a place where there won't be any commercials, which is probably gonna be a good thing. But that's
probably something illegal.
Quite not legal. But that's probably where I'm going to end up doing. But like, I'm on board though now.
I'm not hating on you whatsoever. I'm part of the Get It How You Live generation.
Heard that. Yeah.
So exactly. however you get that. All I'm on with it is, bro, see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fair enough. It quickly became.
No, I'm on board, man.
It quickly became, when it was out, my favorite TV show. Like it was hitting all the right marks for me because it was so weird. But so not.
Right. It did have its own like sort of tone and feel to it. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just hard to really put it into words, especially not really finishing the whole thing and having scarce memories of it here and there. Like, I think the thing that I think of when I think of Atlanta, the thing I think of is stop being weird, nigga. Yeah, that's what I think about. That whole sequence. That whole sequence where we literally.
Episode was just a G episode.
Hell yeah, it was.
In jail, and that was just a sick ep.
Now, which one was the one where they? Was that the same one where they start? No, that was the first episode where they get into the fight with the guy walking past the car.
My nigga, Renell Gibbs. Shouts out to you, Renell Gibbs.
Yeah, and he like breaks like the side view mirror. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the first episode.
I have memories of it. Like, I honestly, I tried. I wanted to stick with it, but something happened around episode 6. And then I just was like, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then eventually, all the episodes were on FX, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll get to it when I get to it. Sure? Had no fucking clue they were gonna rip them bitches away.
Yes.
And they weren't gonna be there anymore
because of the Hulu deal.
Right. So I did try. I wanted to be known. I did try. I just
1 and 2 connected, right?
1 and 2.
Because in part 1, the shit go down with my dude Renell,
and then he goes to jail, right?
They're in jail for the shit, right?
And then
they go on their own kick after that, right?
Doesn't everybody but your boy go to jail? Does Lakeith Stanfield go to jail too?
He don't go to jail.
He doesn't go to jail, right?
He's out, and then when Paperboy, he get out early, but Ern is stuck in jail because he ain't got them connections that Paperboy got. But what I'm laughing about is
it's coming to me now, yeah.
They pick up on the repercussions of that on season 2, episode 1. That's when they finally picked that up about what. Because technically that happened, and then they get arrested, but that's just holding. You still have to be charged and have repercussions. Like, do you have to do community service, or you got house arrest, whatever. Okay. So that's what I'm saying about the.
And they pick up on that in episode 1 of season 2.
That's when they finally get to repercussions of this, and that's what I'm saying. The long form storytelling is like they have this overarching slow arc that they're all going to go through, but. Right. They're not rushing to tell, and they can tell whatever story they want, and they got a genius way of doing it. Now, apparently, I hear that in season 2, they're going to get a bit more linear, because this season is called Robin season. It's not even like Atlanta season 2. They're calling it Robin season. So
did season 1 have a title?
No, it
Atlanta. It didn't. Okay, all right, fair enough.
So they call this one the Robin season, and like I said, it's a tad darker. Like, the first episode is darker than any other episode in the season, but it's still funny.
Comedically dark?
Yes,
okay.
Both.
Right. Both?
Yeah, but it's not like.
All right, fair enough. No, I get you.
It's not like
it's a unique thing. It's hard to put a label on it.
Yeah, it's not like The Wire.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of Atlanta season 1 is light. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain points where you be like, damn, that's fucked up. But for the most part, they play a lot light.
Yeah.
Nah, Robin season, like, you feel, okay, it seems like, I guess, the more you ascend, the more shit you got to deal with. So it's like, hey, we ain't shying away from it. So, yeah.
But you know what show I miss? Now that you mentioned this, actually. What? You ever watch Black Jesus?
Yeah, man.
Did you?
I saw the first 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
I never finished. That's one of those ones I picked up, and I watched them live.
Me too.
I think somewhere in the mix of watching them live, I either got rid of cable or something and just stopped catching them live, and it fell off it completely. But I thought it was kicks. You know what I mean? I wasn't in love with the show.
I wasn't in love with it. I liked it a lot.
But like, I liked it.
If they had done something really, really revolutionary in like the 3rd season, then I maybe could say, yeah, I love the show. But in terms of, I was approaching
it. They made it to 2 seasons. They had 2 seasons of Black Jesus.
Yeah, they had 2 seasons. I
thought it was 1 and then done.
No, they had 2. It surprisingly came back in a weird kind of way, and actually still wound up being really, really interesting. I mean, I don't know. I guess it'd be really difficult to do it now because like Charlie Murphy was such a big part of that, and he's no longer here, so it'd just be weird to kind of have I guess the show back without him. But he was like a huge integral part of that. Or at least he became, one of the regular cast
somebody
members.
was big on somebody was big producing wise at that show.
Oh, what's his name from Boondocks?
Aaron Magruder. He produced it, right?
Yeah, he produced it and wrote it, and somebody else, his other partner, like directed every episode. Like he pretty much just stayed behind the camera, but this other guy directed virtually, I think, like every episode.
I'm glad it got a little run out of it, dude.
It did, man. I had a good time with it. I was kind of hoping that it would come back, and then it gave me it made. So this chick, Callie Hawk, have you ever you familiar with her? Let's bring up her. See if we can get her picture. No, not familiar. So she's the chick. She's the. You ever see 50 Shades of Black? The comedic.
No, never heard of that. Oh, her. I remember. Yeah, she was the hood chick in this show. Yeah,
she's the hood chick. No, well, okay, so this was the show where it's like she's not a hood chick. And it's like they throw her in the hood, but she's like the most unhood chick unhood member of this entire group.
Really?
And it's like in the middle of Compton, and it's sort of, well, I guess not, because King Batch is sort of like a nerd too, so he's sort of like kind of.
That's where I knew this dude from.
Oh, you try to remember you recognized him from too?
Because remember I was in a movie with this cat.
Oh, really?
When we first met. I got
shit!
I don't have a scene with him, of course.
But he's in it, yeah,
no. When we first met. So when the movie dropped, I didn't know he was in it. So I'm watching the movie and look at the black dude like, this black dude is familiar as fuck. Like, where I know this nigga from? You hear me?
I swear I've seen him before.
Right, and he was swagging all his scenes when we first met. I was like, look at this nigga, dog. He do this thing, but damn, all right, connected, all right.
No. But yeah, so they both were basically in this, but that show actually gave me a big appreciation for her because I thought like they just kept giving her the shittiest like, hey, we need a gangster, pretty girl.
She's a cute gangster.
Yeah, she's.
I feel like she's been in some Tyler. Yep, as soon as I look at her, Tyler represents people's.
Oh shit, she was in that. She was like the lesbian sister, but she was actually pretty dope in that. Here's the thing though, Tyler Perry presented that, but did not direct it or write it, which was actually pretty cool.
He put his name on that.
He just it was some other filmmaker, some up and coming filmmaker who actually I never heard from again. But she wrote and directed this, and he just kind of put his name on it and kind of got it distribution. Which was cool.
Thing, dog. Like on one end, like Tyler Perry is a huge name, so of course you'll want his help. On the other end, you'll be afraid.
There's no mention of your fucking name in that. They gonna think you just reading that. You thought he directed
Tyler Perry's, and then I wouldn't watch it. You know what I mean? That's
now,
what
granted,
it's fucked up.
If I may,
like some people are Tyler Perry fans, so they will. But they got people like me who see Tyler Perry name on something, and I'm like, here's a 10 as fuck.
Well, it stars Craig Robinson, if you remember, Craig Robinson and Kerry Washington. So
yeah, okay.
And David Allen Greer.
Damn, okay,
right?
That's a nice cast.
Nice cast, right? Nice cast. So I mean, but if you look at Kerry Washington's track record, and granted, she's like one of the most watchable actresses I think out there. She will, for all intents and purposes, from what I can see, will say yes to just about anything. Like as long as the check clears. She'll pretty much, and like we're not asking her to do nothing crazy. Like she'll pretty much say yes to anything. She said yes to Little Man. Like you know what I mean? Like she'll say yes Like she won't turn down a job. But so like,
my nigga, that said everything.
That said everything.
You should have started with that one. You should have just started when she said yes to Little Man. Because you gotta remember, Kerry Washington is still revered as a prestigious actress in Hollywood and in the black community. So there's a certain gravitas when you say Kerry Washington, like because like right now, I straight up say Viola Davis is my favorite actor. You know what I mean? Fuck
yeah.
It. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
She's mother. How they be saying mother? She's mother to me. And if you told me Viola Davis accepted a role in a fucking Scary Movie 9, I'd be like, the fuck?
I'd be like, what the fuck? But I'm like, damn, she gonna kill that shit. Scary Movie gonna have a dope ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I be putting like she's that like Viola Davis. Now, granted, I won't say that she's my favorite actress, but she is a person who I'm like, well, I know she gonna kill whatever the fuck she's doing. Like whatever she is, it's like I'm not questioning whether or not she's gonna be good. I'm questioning whether or not the project is gonna be good.
She recently said, not recently, this was last year. I was watching this thing, this act on actor series with her, and they put two actors together and this talking shit. Yeah. And one of them, the one she did was her and Tom Hanks talking. Right. And it's hilarious. Tom Hanks says, "Don't know that August Wilson did."
I love that. That was amazing.
That was pissing me off. I'm like, Tom Hanks, he's dead. Stop asking Viola Davis if Tom Hanks, if fucking August Wilson was on set for Fitch's help. No, he wasn't. He's dead.
Tom Hanks is one of those guys that like you never catch him with his hand in the cookie jar. Just to have him sort of make that little mistake right there. Yeah. Just sort of makes him human to me. And it's like, okay, cool.
I'm all right. That's why I call him the male Meryl Streep. Anyway,
fair enough.
Yeah, because Meryl Streep is gonna get the top bill in the movie with Tom Hanks. But anyway,
I love it too.
He's normally be like, I love Meryl Streep is or something. No, Meryl Streep is motherfucking Meryl Streep. Yeah. And Tom Hanks is the male Meryl Streep. Fuck that. But
fair enough. Yeah, well, no argument here. So.
In that conversation, she said that she feels that the awards should really go to actors that make shitty films better because that's hard as fuck. She feels like as an actor, you're like it's extra work for you if you're in a shitty movie, if you get a shitty script. Like you cannot. Yeah. She said she felt like you cannot really show your best if you're not given the best or given something good. Because then when you're giving something good, then you get to come with your best, and then it's something amazing. When you're giving something shitty, then you got to come with not only your best, but some hyper fire shit. Or even worse, you might get brought down because there's nothing that can be done for this. And then it's like, what the fuck? So she was like, my nigga, she was like, straight up, actors that make shitty movies better should be awarded. So it made me laugh when you said that. Hell, she was a Scary Movie 9. I watched that shit.
I would. I'm like, I don't know what the rest of y'all niggas gonna do, but I know Viola gonna get in there and kill this bitch. Yeah, she gonna put a clinic on.
So Kerry Washington's like you said, she was a little bad. You're a bit
just that she's not a person who turns down jobs.
And people, she was in that too.
She was in People's too. Now, granted, here's the thing. I like the Wayans Brothers movies, but Little Man, I mean, come on. We had to anyway. Doesn't matter.
It's just the fact of the matter. Like I said, the prestige of Kerry Washington, you wouldn't have expected her to be in Little Man,
right? But we actually we kind of got on this whole tangent about Kelly Hawk, this actress who the very first time was in People's. She was very solid in it. But the first time I saw her was in this movie Couples Retreat. With Vince Vaughn. She was Faison Love's and like new girlfriend. Like he had divorced.
I remember the trailers of that. I didn't watch that movie.
Yeah, he divorced the chick from the Tyler Perry movies who's always loud. I forget her name. Tasha Smith. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he divorced her, and this is a new chick. And so he brings her on this couples retreat or whatever. And she's like...
Shouts out to Tasha Smith. I hear she got some fire-ass acting classes in Georgia.
Oh, hell yeah, she does.
So, yeah, shouts out to her. Go ahead.
She sort of... Yeah, I feel like she discovers everybody. But she discovers a lot of people, but it's like... the only time you hear that she discovered them is when that actor says it. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? Like, her, you never really hear like, oh, I studied da-da-da-da. But when the actor always gets up, they always says, I studied at Tasha Smith's class. And it's like, oh, goddamn, boy, that's another couple 100,000 somethings. You know what I mean? Because clearly there's something there. Like, she's doing something right. You know what I mean? She's got an eye.
A friend of mine who just finished one of her classes, and I already know, like, my girl, she's got a recurring on Queen Sugar right now. And
she's on that show?
Yeah, she's been on the show for the last couple of seasons, recurring. Cool. She'll be off and on. But also, she's about to be in this movie with Octavia Spencer. And I already know if this movie blows up, and my friend, if she blow up in it, goes back to what you said, she could easily say, man, I was studying with Tasha.
That's where it all started at. It was like, well, I mean, also, too, she's going to have one hell of a fucking track record of... I worked with her. Like, her name is going to be that synonymous, like, Uta Hagen motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I worked with this.
And you wouldn't think that because they don't really give her the proper opportunities. Like she like to say she goes so hard in teaching people this acting shit. If we look at her resume, you wouldn't be thinking her as one of the first people to think of, oh, he's one of the coolest actors out here. Out here, you know what I'm saying? No. Even though you can never think of anything bad she was in. I mean, she's not bad she was in. She's never been bad in anything she's been in.
Right, yeah,
you feel me?
Definitely.
And that's something that comes...
That's something you can't say about everybody though.
Right.
That's something like that's a talent. That's an actual skill.
Right.
But
and I wouldn't have thought about it though until we
we said that. Yeah, I know. Because I wouldn't have put that on her. Yeah, I wouldn't have put it on her without this conversation. But yeah, clearly she's unsung. In my personal opinion,
as many black artists are,
right?
And then you get to female artists, that's a whole.
It's that's a. Well, we've got a whole nother show for that, guys. Yeah. But basically, just wanted to, I don't know, I guess, shout out that Black Jesus gave me appreciation for Callie Hawk, who I got to see her kind of be a little bit more of herself in the role and a little bit less of the Tiana Taylor played in one of Tyler Perry's movies, Medea's Family Reunion or something. She's like, Byron, she is. Byron. Like, that's the only thing I remember her for. But it's like, that's sort of the character that I feel like Callie Hawk kind of gets shoved and pigeonholed into every single time. And it's like, this was something where it was just kind of like, I don't know, for me, I got to see a different side of her. And then she followed that up with 50 Shades of Black. Hey. She was a star. Fuck everybody else.
Was it good?
No, man. Of course not.
Okay, that's what you were dancing around.
Oh my god,
that shit wasn't good.
Nah, dude. Like whatchamacallit, the last movie I gave a chance to was Haunted House. Anything else that Marlon Wayans has done has just kind of not really been too good. It all
feels like buffoonery to me when it comes to him and Tyler Perry. It's like one thing I can give. The Lee Daniels and such is that they at least try to stick to, you know what I mean?
Well, if I may, God, it's been on years since I've defended Tyler Perry, but if I may, Tyler Perry.
Wait, Paul, I just want to go to Callie Hawk thing. She's still working though. I'm just very curious to see what she's got coming up.
Yeah, okay. Does she have anything?
First off, she has this green thing by her rank, which is a good thing.
Oh, okay, so it's going up, all right.
Yeah, she's going up, but she has OK KO Let's Be Heroes. What is that?
Like a cartoon, I believe.
Get that cartoon. I would not think that she's getting get that cartoon.
Yeah, voiceover is good. Mayor got canceled?
Yeah.
I knew I should have freaking watched. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mayor got canceled. A friend of mine's brother was on the Mayor. But he's got
whatchamacallit? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Marcel. Yeah. And I got a couple friends that are cool with him as well. But he just got booked in another CBS show. He good. Okay. He gonna eat, but the mayor's
I wanted that show to work though. I really wanted that to last.
Well, go ahead and defend some Tyler Perry before we get into this Black Light.
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry wants to be Lee Daniels and Spike Lee wrapped up in one, but he doesn't quite know the recipe, and he wants to make himself into a burrito, but he just can't. He can't roll himself.
His next film is Medea's Family Funeral. Anyway. Okay,
but no. Okay, so he's got another film with Taraji P. Henson starring in it. That's supposed to be one of those. It has the feel of a what do you call it?
Is it The List?
No,
he loves
it's something else. Go to director.
Tyler Perry's Acrimony. Tyler Perry's Medea. He likes making it. Tyler Perry's is this.
Yeah, Tyler Perry's name. Yeah, there you go. Tyler Perry's Acrimony? Acrimony? I don't know.
I'm saying Acrimony.
Acrimony? Okay, yeah, I don't know.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
So this is his next Taraji P. Henson drama.
She another one who
still kind of say yes to anything.
Well, she's gotten bad now.
She's gotten a little bit more selective. Like she'll say yes if she's the star, but she won't just say yes anymore. But she used to. Yes.
I checked out on the actor. But this movie I like though. But hers was with Ryan Reynolds. And they were talking about a movie they did together. And I sat for a good minute like, what fucking movie did they do together?
Oh, Smoking Aces.
And that's when
That's what it was. Yeah.
I like, these bitches was in Smoking Aces together. Cause the thing
but they never were in the scene together. Yeah, she was with Alicia Keys the whole time.
Saying that shit because he was talking like, he's like, you ain't never wear makeup for your role and this and that. And I was like, okay, that gotta be when she was the assassin in Smoking Aces. But because I kept remembering her from Smoking Aces, but like, what the fuck was Ryan Reynolds? Where was he?
Yeah, he had a thankless role, yeah.
He was a cop in that motherfucker. And I completely forgot that. But that was one of them ones I'm glad because I like that movie. I don't even fucking nobody say I was a fan of Smoking Aces, but
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I was indifferent. I was indifferent.
But he has acrimony with her coming out.
Yeah, so he wants to do dramatic. He wants to do dramatic storytelling, but it's sort of like his thing is we've seen the best he can give us, and that's I don't know if that's sort of the right thing to say or the politically correct. I don't even as the artistic thing to say. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like creatively he's sort of given us all that he has. He's exhausted himself, and now he instead of sort of kind of giving us what I think Tyler Perry might want to see, he's giving us what he thinks sort of the woke black woman wants to see, woke black man. So like he's trying to channel something else that's not quite him. If we were to watch this trailer, you would wonder what the fuck this movie was about. I know, but I want you to just keep in mind that it says it's 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Why is this trailer so long?
How is it so long and you still have no idea what the movie's about?
That's a long ass trailer that's not about no goddamn superheroes.
It's one of those ones where it's like, we're gonna have these overlays and shit, and we're gonna have her have a voiceover, and then we're gonna slowly show her smoking and talking to a therapist.
See, here are two things that I would rather Tyler Perry do, and I think he would be better at, because it seems like it's more him if he just be honest with himself. One, Empire's a big soap opera. That's the type of show he should have made. Like, I know he made his money off all that House of Pain shit and all that the dumbass CBS shows. That was just some money for him, son. If you look at his films, especially the better ones, they're big ass soap operas. He should have made a black. I know you have to have Nazis.
Yeah, I was about to say, he does have a soap opera.
But I feel like is he actively writing on that? I don't watch that show.
No,
I think
he directs. I haven't. My girlfriend used to watch it. That's how I used to keep up.
My church people love the show, and my normal people just don't like it. Like my mom and her type of crowd, they love to have that.
Yeah, right. My aunt loves it. My lady was watching it before school became too hectic, and I don't keep up with it.
It's not my thing, but the thing is, if he's really still writing it, he needs to keep doing that type of shit. He just seems like a soap opera writer, and we keep on expecting him to be freaking. We're not expecting him to be, but as his role when you think of director,
he has high ambitions for himself.
He ain't no Scorsese, bitch. You know what I mean? But
he wants to be.
The other side of the coin is this: Tyler Perry's a big ass nerd. He needs to get a superhero franchise.
Well, he needs to do more acting where he's not the director and not the writer.
No, he have to be the. I think he would do.
That's his. Like I think that's an untapped market. Like that's where he missed part of that calling. Is like he can't do it himself. But if you you've seen him in Gone Girl, right?
Yeah, Gone Girl was great.
He was amazing in that
because he had nothing to do with it. He was just an actor.
Right. Yeah,
what I'm saying is, I even think with his writing, if he got a superhero property and not like no big name, like don't give him no real nigga. I mean, give him some obscure property that no one has no real relationship towards,
no expectations for.
Yeah, really, honestly, I would rather him create his own. Like if he made a Black Incredibles or whatever, made it some fucking shit, Medea less, dog. I can see him actually getting somewhere with his crowd, his bullshit, because he's a nerd, dog. Don't throw in no like black shit or no cultural shit. Stay in your nerd realm, because you can see when he was talking about Star Wars, not Star Wars, he was in Star Trek and Star Trek and shit. He was excited like a fucking hen. So I'm like, my nigga, leave our culture.
You seem genuinely excited about the Turtles movie.
Leave our culture alone. Just go into the cartoon or go into the comic realm. I swear, he might be like some.
As a fan, are you? I'm a fan
of Tyler Perry.
Yeah, and I don't think he could do it.
I'm not a fan of his. Okay, put it like this: I respect him as a businessman.
Right. No, granted, I haven't been a fan of his actual current work in years, but I did start off as a fan, so I haven't disavowed my fandom. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair.
When I think about things,
recent things or just in general,
Tyler Perry in general.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I like that movie. Why Did I Get Married?
I like that one.
I like that.
I like Daddy's Little Girls.
I never saw that.
Never saw that one? That's an Idris.
That's one of Idris and the Little Girls. Jennifer from Black
Lightning. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah,
and girl from that Zone Empire and shit. Like,
right. All three sisters.
But I like Daddy's Little Girls. Mm-hmm. I like Diary of a Mad Black Woman when I first saw it.
He didn't direct that though. And they told him no. If you listen to the commentary, they told him no on several instances where it worked out a lot better.
See.
So,
I like it,
you know what I mean?
He even had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, I just respect the fact that he is a creative. I won't take it away from him.
Right.
You're an artist. You're an artist. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And just because your shit is not my cup of tea, I'm not going to take it away from him. So I will put it like this. I want him to win. I'm just not going to always be a fan of the shit that his modes to win. But I would never fight. I would never
bet against?
No. The thing is, I will never be like, don't go see Tyler Perry. Or don't support Tyler Perry. If you like Tyler Perry, or if that's your cup, drink that bitch. Cause he a fucking black artist, and I don't want to take no black artists off the board, nigga.
Right.
Cause the thing is, white artists get to do bullshit. How come they get to put out mediocre shit and still be heralded, but we all come down on Tyler? I would say this about myself as well. We all come down on Tyler Perry, but white, they got so many white directors. If you look at their catalog, they got a lot of duds. A lot of motherfucking duds. A lot of bullshit. But the game lets them come back.
Well, now you're bringing up like and if I may, I don't want to go too deep or go too far off the beaten path here, but like just in general, I feel like white people growing up and stay with me here. Let me finish. White people grow up just in general in the world are just they can do things and just be accepted, and it's sort of like we had to get past a couple things. Like when I was coming up, I couldn't be into Papa Roach and rock bands and shit. That just wasn't cool. Something was wrong with you.
Pause. Keep your thought. I want to ask you something.
Sorry.
Are you a Motley Crue fan?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
I got booked in their biopic.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I'm a paramedic. But it's like 2 lines. It's not major.
That's
but
dope.
I remember like when I went to a costume fitting today, and I'm seeing all this shit about Motley Crue. And I'm thinking about I know their name. I know their shit. I don't know shit about their music. I couldn't.
Okay.
You know, I couldn't. If you played a Motley Crue song, I wouldn't be able to go, that's that Motley Crue shit. So now I'm thinking about, since I got booked in this movie, I probably need to find out at least a little bit about it. So, because even though I got one line, my one line is excitement to save one of the band members or some shit because he overdosed or some shit. I was bucked up that I'm not a thug this time. I'm going to be a paramedic. But that just came to mind when you brought up, I couldn't do all that rock shit because I was a fan of rock growing up, but that was weird at the time. Now it's cool to be a nerd, but keep going, my nigga.
Oh, no, I was just saying, so like, I don't know, like my whole philosophy now, and it's like I try to just spread this around whenever I'm talking to people and stuff. It's just like let your kid, do whatever, and like let your kid experiment and do like crazy shit, because it's like the white kids that like they're pushed, weird. They're pushed into experimenting with all of this shit. Why is it that, man, you black and you this, you that, like, just in general, I feel like they're given a different pass.
I love the Smith kids.
Yeah. I know.
I say let Willow and Jaden be as weird and odd and as crazy. Is Willow really
as weird as Jaden is?
Jaden is just over the top more with it, but if you go follow her, she's an oddball too, son.
She's an oddball, but I feel like he's just on a different spectrum. Don't get me wrong. I've grown to actually really appreciate that kid, to be honest with you. Like him as an artist, just as I'm growing to appreciate him. Yeah, I'm going to appreciate him. But
people and kids, those are free black children, and we are so used to not seeing free black children that we like to ostracize and jump on. Look, it's weird.
It scares us. It fucking scares us. Don't get me wrong. It scared me a little too.
I thought it was weird as shit at first too.
Yeah, it scared me too.
When you step out, look at what you were just saying. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, I would love more of that. It's like, don't get me wrong, it'll probably be an adjustment, but it's like let's lean into that shit. Mm-hmm. But anyway, no, I'm sorry. As you were saying about Tyler Perry, he should have the opportunities to do what everybody does, right? He to the bullshit, right? Like when a
Spike Lee movie come out, dog. If it's not the most amazing movie in the world, we come down shitty on Spike. If like for whatever reason, when we make films, if we don't hit a certain mark, like what I was just saying, even about Marlon Wayans. Like, you know what I mean? It's not all my shit. Like, what the fuck? But I don't want him to stop making films if you're going to make films. Like, I want as much black perspective.
Yeah, no, I don't want him to not make films.
Still in the zeitgeist, because we need that shit in the zeitgeist.
I'm probably not going to watch it, though. I'm probably not going to contribute to the revenue of it, but I don't want him to stop.
I don't want him to stop.
That's fair.
It's one of my issues, because the thing is this. I get oftentimes split between the fact that as a black artist, I want all black art to win. And I know if for black art to win, I gotta support black art. But then go the other side of it is this, dog. If I'm not naturally interested in it, do I want to throw my money towards it? Because I don't do that for any art. You know what I mean? If it's some white shit that come on and I don't like, I'm not interested in, I'm not gonna go see that shit. So it's almost like, dog, do I put that onus on myself to throw the money towards it regardless of me being interested? Because that's what's happening to a degree with Wrinkle in Time. Dude,
Oh,
I have no true interest in that film. Like,
it looks
not
so
one.
much like Tomorrowland, and that just
I
wasn't
just want
fun.
to support
that
Ava
wasn't
DuVernay.
exactly.
That's
Yeah. No.
it.
I do that all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. I do that sometimes, not all the time.
Well,
sometimes I buy
Roman
a ticket.
Roman J. Israel, like without Denzel, I mean that's not worth your time.
But
It's not worth your time.
Denzel, though, because they say he plays such a meek motherfucker that you like. Is this D? Is that D?
No, he's like, it's kind of like, oh shit, has Denzel been hiding something from us? Does he have
You're acting again, D.
Is he acting, or is this like real? Is he having a mental breakdown right in front of us? That's what you're wondering. Yeah,
I was hearing amazing things only about his performance in that movie.
and that's the best thing you can say about the movie itself is like it's him, and it's a completely different thing without him there, and But
like I said, these days they're trying to guilt people and being like, well, if you supported Black Panther, well, you better support A Wrinkle in Time. And I'm like, bro, I wanted to support A Wrinkle in Time because of Ava, bro, but don't start guilting me because I saw one movie and make every movie something about a cause. I would see Black Panther if it was a white dude, dog, because I'm into comic book films. Now the fact
fair enough, I probably would have seen.
You know what I mean? But now
agreed.
We're going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp in a few weeks.
Sure the
Infinity
fuck up.
War got pushed up a week, bitch.
Low key, well, Alpha Joe's not here, so
nigga.
I was a little more excited after they dropped that Avengers trailer.
Oh my God,
like that shit.
So I'm just saying, dog. Like,
yes.
so I'm down for the cause. I want the cause to succeed and shit, dog. But it's a funny thing being a black artist trying to support black artists when you're not all the way into what they're doing. But that's I guess.
Are you gonna go see it though?
Wrinkle in Time?
Yeah.
I will. I'm going to see A Wrinkle in Time, even though it's been getting mixed reviews. It has not been getting the best reviews so far. It's been getting mixed reviews.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm just not that into it, dog.
Yeah, no, I'm not me.
I'm going to go see it just because it's fucked up. The irony of it is I don't like it that people are telling me you better go see it because of Black Panther. A part of me is going to see it because of Black Panther because I want another movie with black people to hit get some money. Like I want it to be back to back. Like, bitch, we did this with Black Panther and then with Wrinkle in Time we did this. But the flip about Wrinkle in Time, I'm gonna say as well,
it won't be a movement. I don't think.
One, it won't be a movement, but two, dude, it just happens to be black. Like Black Panther is purposely black. A Wrinkle in Time. It don't feel like
it's like a remake, and they did it. The original had all white people, right? Or mostly white people.
I don't know anything about it. I know it's a book, but what I'm saying is don't feel like it's marketing itself in a way that's saying black. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when people be like, you better support it because you're black, I'm like, is this a black movie though?
It's not the same. No, it's definitely not the same.
What makes it feel black to me? I know we have a black director, we got this little black girl in here, but
interestingly enough, this is what she turned down Black Panther to do. So, I definitely want to see where the interest, why there was more interest in this.
And Oprah ain't in it for no reason.
Yeah, right, exactly. Oprah didn't get out of bed for nothing.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, that was Beloved. But that was a long time ago, and we've forgiven her.
Post Oprah TV show.
Right. She does it right. She doesn't get out of bed for bullshit. Right.
Everything she decided to act in since
has been fucking
she has
epic.
At least killed.
Yeah.
Oprah was like, bro, I forgot Oprah could act till I saw, what was it, The Butler? That was it was?
Oh, right. I know The Butler.
Yeah.
Like, shit, it's like Oprah cannot be Oprah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cannot be Oprah.
She was
like, you
acting
don't see
first,
Oprah.
bitch.
Yeah. True. But it was just good to see her. It was good. It was good to go back to that place. It was really fun.
Okay, but now this is hilarious. We're 40 minutes in.
Oh yeah, right. I was gonna mention that to y'all. You want to keep doing this, or you want to at least do some comics or something? What you want to do?
Oh my God,
I don't know,
40
man.
minutes in.
I'm on you, brother. I'm with you.
A piece of this been kind of like stalling because J.Steel said she's supposed to be
I
on
figured
the
that's
way.
what you were doing. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no. So I was like, hey, I'll
felt
rock
like,
with you.
I felt
I'll
like
rock
in the
with you.
comic section we could have gotten some time to get here because she's been on set all day, so I don't know if she even did her homework. But
it's all good.
Y'all been
I'm
listening
ready
all
either
this
way.
time. Niggas ain't giving you no intro.
No,
nothing.
Who are we?
You know this was a good ass episode because we like, damn, nigga. We got all this other shit to talk about. Well, that means using me as a bad episode, huh?
Sometimes.
But no, this is a good episode, goddammit.
This was a great episode.
This is the Reviewing That Lightning podcast with that actor guy, Marty&amp Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bat. Spell it, Mr. Outer. You ain't gonna find me. You hear me? I'm representing. I'm 1/3 of the usual FlyWithBats Podcast, and I'm part of MisBelief Radio Show podcast. Fuck with both of those on iTunes and everywhere else. And another podcast we always shouting out on this piece is the Your30. with my fam to my right. Who that be?
That be Marty, Marty Edwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can find us at lowrainpictures.com, and I am half of the Your30 Podcast, as you heard Mr. Bat say. Check us out. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play.
You dig, but we come together every week for reviewing that lightning.
Woo!
And as you just heard, we talk about this shit too.
Talk about a lot of other stuff, yeah.
A lot of other stuff, though. But that's not to say that I was so this episode. When I talk about last episode, it being fun, they took it to another level with this episode. Like this episode, I was like, damn, you had true form in this shit.
Oh, most definitely. This one, cause I was kind of nervous about I'm like, dang, y'all gave me my dessert in seconds. I'm like, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to follow that up in a interesting way. And it's like, nah, sure enough, y'all did. Straight off from the jump, I'm completely locked in here.
Right.
Cause and I'm so amped. I think I got more amped too, also because we had just kind of recorded. Well, we had to re-record last week's episode. If you guys are hearing this now, so. We just saw the last week's episode. We talked we dived right into it all over again, and then it just got me all hyped up, ready for the next episode, and short because it was the next night.
Right.
And I don't normally watch it when it airs, but this time around, I gave it about 30 minutes, so I didn't have to sit through the commercials. But I'm watching it about 30 minutes in, and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, waiting for just into every moment.
Right.
So I wanted to go through it a second time to kind of write down notes, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna savor this bad boy this first time around. But you're
gonna still see all the shit that's in the little things that you catch the second time around when we go through it this second time around, or this first time around for the people listening. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but before we get into the show proper, as usual, as you know if you've been listening, we always start off with our segment, Peeping Pierce's Principles.
Whoop!
Now settle down, you two. I give it to you, Black Lightning.
And that's when we get into the comic book, the true, what's the word? The canon of the character of Jefferson Pierce.
Right, the essence.
The essence. So you can know that the motherfuckers reviewing this show with you ain't just on some bullshit.
Nah,
ain't just some fair weather fans.
Nah, we ain't
we actually into this shit. You hear me?
Yeah.
And by the end of all this, dog, we gonna be some experts, and you will too, because you're gonna be able to check out things that they took from the original source, the principal source of Jefferson Pierce. You hear me? So I'm gonna start it off this time. I'm in issue number 5 of 6. So I'm at the end of this. I'm almost at the end of this run. After next week, I gotta find some new Black Lightning shit to read. I might go back.
Oh shit!
I might go pick up the shit that J.Steel dropped.
So you about to be out. You about to be out of your issues as well. So 5 or 6. Okay, cool.
It's 5 or 6. Yeah.
Cool.
So next week I'm in 6, and then after that, like I said, I might just go back to issue 1, and because J.Steel was turned off. But I ain't gonna lie, the comic book fan in me was like, wait. It's cluttered in this issue, this very first issue of Black Lightning, but I'm kind of intrigued, especially when Merlin popped up. I was like, wait, we got Dark Archie in this bitch? So that's what I might do. I don't want to freaking marry that because I might find something else that might, pique my interest a bit more.
Right. I want actually, you know what? I do want to do homework when I don't have another issue because eventually I'll get to that point too. But I do want to find something to kind of do in the meantime.
And on some funny shit, man, maybe if we're both getting into our issues, maybe at some point, maybe we decide to read the same issue. And then we all have a different freaking take on the same issue, and that might give us more issues to get to in the future.
Right, fair enough.
By us, the three of us especially separating and reading our own shit, we're covering a lot of ground.
We really
are. Too fast.
And I'm really enjoying mine, though. It's really dope.
But let's get into this, man. So Black Lightning, issue number 5 of year 1. It's an interesting cover. The cover shows Black Lightning fighting Jefferson Pierce. And in this comic, this issue, it, like I always say, in the last few of year 1, we've had the thought boxes that's usually reserved for the hero has gone to different characters. Like one issue went to Superman, one issue went to Lynn, one issue went to Gambi.
Right.
Another issue went to the Victor Swan, crazy ghost zombie nigga. And now this one is going to Henderson. Henderson is the one that's kind of narrating.
The White Henderson.
White Henderson. And speaking of White Henderson, I'm gonna get to that.
Right.
I got a new name for somebody in this show.
Okay.
But anyway, so we start off this issue with Jefferson Pierce cutting the grass of the field for his freaking of the school at Garfield, for the school he teaches at. That's his ass cutting the grass.
Is he drunk?
He all fucked up because his family left.
Right. Okay, yeah, that did happen.
Last
right.
issue's family left.
I'm sorry. There's so many. Like I feel like there's a ton of Black Lightning comics in my head right now.
Just Black Lightning material.
Yeah.
Between my comic, J.Steel comic,
and I just got back into mine. Yeah, I had to go back and that's why I wrote everything down today.
And the motherfucking TV show.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
We got Black Lightning everywhere right now, son.
Yeah.
That's why it was funny. Like, I thought it was gonna be a harder adjustment jumping back into Black Lightning after Black Panther.
Yours was the one when he got like slapped at the funeral. Was that?
Yeah, he got slapped at the funeral.
His funeral by the wife, right?
Yeah,
okay, by Lynn. Yeah,
because Lynn was mad that she felt like he left them hanging because after Gamby got killed and they almost got killed basically by the people that was sent by Whale. I guess she expected Jefferson to meet them by wherever they went. The safe house, the mama house, wherever the fuck she went.
But he went to Ra's al Ghul's or Talia al Ghul.
He went ride with Talia al Ghul busting up the hunt. So he went to go, be Black Lightning and shit. Not like he was going to get some pussy.
Yeah.
But, but she still
He was working.
I'm working. But, she coming from, nigga, I'm shaking the fuck up. You know what I mean? We
understood. Right.
We watched Gamby get murked.
Yeah, on the front steps.
You can feel where she's coming from.
Right, yeah, understood.
But anyway, into this one, it's also with Jefferson. He cutting the grass. And while he's cutting the grass, a member of the 100 is just heckling his ass. Talking about he's a has-been. Talking about he ain't shit. At a point, he started talking about this man's daughter. Then Jefferson go nigga mode, hop that fence and be like, nigga, what you said about my fucking daughter, nigga? You heard me? Like, he run up on that nigga, son.
But if I may, the illustration, when we first see him, I didn't even realize that was him. And he looks like a drunk zombie, if I may. Like my man is hitting the bottle, y'all.
Yeah, Jefferson got that 5 that 6 a.m. whatever that shadow.
Oh yeah,
you hear me?
He's rocking
been shaving. He has not been shaving.
Right.
So in the midst of this, he rolled up. He about to beat because the thing is, I feel like Jefferson Pierce usually has more. You see it all throughout the show. He usually has more of composure about himself. So even though this dude heckling him, dog, I was expecting to see Principal Pierce hop the fence and be about to whoop his motherfucking ass.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? I'm sorry, I'm going to let you explain this because I'm confused now.
Black Lightning appears. Yes, you hear what I said. While Jefferson Pierce is about to beat the fuck out this dude talking about his daughter, Black Lightning appears and is like, nigga, you shouldn't be doing that. He Black Lightning's Black Lightning. You feel me? And we see while this is going on, Henderson has been watching from his car. And you get closer up to see what Black Lightning's face look like, and they don't look like no goddamn Black Lightning under that costume.
It really don't.
So it turns out that
like Black Earl.
Black Earl. You been on that Earl. You been drinking that Earl, nigga. So we find out that was all a show for anybody that was watching from Jefferson and 2-Bits, or it's called 2-5. I'm always calling him 2-Bits because of the show, but in year 1 he's called 2-5. Okay. Y'all remember that if you ever go back and watch it, 2-5 and 2-Bits are the same person. I'm going to keep calling this nigga 2-Bits. His mama named him 2-Bits, I'm going to call him 2-Bits. So,
heard that.
So, yeah, apparently it's because people have been wondering, as they should, something that we always be bringing up on the show. Niggas ain't at least wondering if Jefferson could be Black Lightning here because he's this big 6'9" man that's muscular and was an Olympian. Like, nobody at least asked the question. Right. I feel like they may have back in his prime, and because remember we catching Jefferson so late in the TV show in his life that maybe all of that has come and gone. Because this is year 1, and he's having 2-Bits dress up as him and shit, so he can make it seem like throw people off the trail. Because I guess even Henderson was wondering, as he should, like a good detective should. Could this man be him? Or whatever. And we find out later that it was Victor Swan and Tobias Well that were wondering as well, that said that Jefferson Pierce is most likely him, and 2-Bits goes back later in this comic to tell them no, it's not. But before we get to that, one of the 100 followed them home and was basically us trying to spy. But Black Lightning, the real Black Lightning, got in his ass and told him, yeah, go tell, I got a message for the people who sent you. I want him to say, Black Lightning is back. I put like a theme song hitting my head when I read this shit, nigga.
I know mine too. Mine too, actually. I got moments like that in mine.
So then we jump to Victor Swan, the creepy ass zombie nigga, not a zombie, but the spirit possessing motherfucker that's trying to possess a Black Lightning body because he can only stay in bodies before he burns them up for so long. And he bitching out Tobias Well, saying, motherfucker, we need the body and all this and all that. We got to find these people. Problems and this and that. And Tobias Well's like, don't worry, we got it handled. So we get back to Jefferson. And Jefferson is trying to fix up the school and shit. And he get this mail that basically Tobias Well has bought his school. So now Garfield is owned by Tobias Wells. So, they got plans and shit to try to, fuck with Jefferson Pierce as well as disrupt the ecosystem that he's trying to build there. Because even in the show, the school is like a safe haven for the students. And the students in his school, basically, he protects them if nowhere else. So the fact that Tobias Wells in the comic is buying his school, he on the phone with Lynn. Apparently, they must have made up a little because he running it with his woman like, bruh, this is some bullshit going on. I don't know what to do. And she even comforting him. She like, bruh, baby, this and that. And I was like, all right.
Because I was waiting for her to snap back like she did in the show.
Nah, she did not snap back. And I'm looking at this illustration. She looks pregnant in this shot.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. I was like, is she pregnant in this this series?
They don't say, and I'm wondering if he even knows, but obviously Jennifer must be on her way.
Yeah, definitely.
To the fact that, because, Anissa's a little girl in this. So they
had
a little moment as husband and wife or whatever, and she basically saying, I wish you could get out of there. He's like, I got some shit to handle. So we run up in this next scene, and 2 Bits is with his gang. Because remember, 2 Bits is still with the 100. He's putting on that front that he's with the 100. So they run up on this lady or whatever, and Black Lightning shocks everybody but 2 Bits. He electrocutes everybody but 2 Bits, but just sneaks his ass. And you run up on him and let him know, like, my bad for rolling up on you, but I need to holler at you about something, Tobias bought this school. Okay, what he plan on doing? Because I know he ain't buy my school for no fucking reason. And 2 Bits, the only thing I've been hearing about is something dealing with y'all fucking track meet. So of course Jefferson like, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on this nigga when he come to track meet. Tobias pop up at the track meet that they have for the school. As you can see in this panel, Clark Kent is there, and once again we have another Superman, guest spot. And I feel like when they was creating this year 1 comic, they really wanted to get readers to pay attention to Black Lightning again, because they keep on throwing soups in this shit. And I'm like, all right, y'all wanted people to fucking watch. If you really motherfucking wanted people to read, you should have threw bats in this motherfucker. Especially given the fact that Black Lightning and Batman create the Outsiders later, so they already have a relationship. Right. So, so Tobias Wells and Jefferson Pierce pretending like, he don't know who Tobias is, because at this point, Tobias is still a politician and still revered in the city. He has not had his downfall that we see in the show yet.
Right,
so, they both keep, it's like the Kingpin type. Like, it's
and
really
he's
like
also,
the Kingpin.
because this is a white guy. This is a bald white guy.
He's albino.
And he's tiny. He's albino?
They said in one of the previous comics.
Fair enough. I was like, I thought he was white. Okay, so he's albino.
Nope.
He looks... Okay, all right, fair enough.
That's why the nose still fat.
All right, heard that.
The thing is that I wonder, even when I'm reading these old comics, what made the original creators decide, like, I'm gonna make him albino? Like, I never would have thought to make. I know you're not supposed to say albino, but you know what I mean. You're
not supposed to say that?
Yeah, apparently it's politically incorrect to call people with albinism albino. You're supposed to say people with albinism, but it's so fucking long. So y'all better, y'all got like.
I did not know that. Okay.
I mean, y'all got to give me shorter ways to put things if you want me to be PC, because like, I don't mean any disrespect with albino, but that's
not at all.
And I'm trying, like, and the thing is, if you go back and listen to other episodes of the Reviewing That Lightning podcast, I always say people with albinism. Think back.
Fair enough. No, yeah. It's something I didn't know. I need to correct myself too, though.
But it's
that's
so
all
long.
But yeah, no, I understand.
It's so long, bro.
I hear you.
I need to talk to somebody with albinism. Ask them, is there some like anything that I could call you that wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't supposed to say midgets, but midgets is easier to say than little people, and it's just like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just like,
y'all call me black. But anyway,
like, the guy over there,
him,
yeah,
them. So what happens? So Jefferson Pierce, while he's talking to Tobias Wells, Tobias Wells gives him this envelope, and it's an envelope of 2 Bits tied up, kidnapped somewhere with his ass beat, and Jefferson goes running out of there to go try and save his brother-in-law. And Clark Kent runs up on fucking Jefferson. He like, I need to talk, and Jefferson like, I gotta get the fuck, Clark. I can't be doing that right now. So Black Lightning is off, and Superman shows up right behind him, and Superman lets him know, Black Lightning let him know, like, man, I got a partner, basically, my people is kidnapped, I gotta go find them. Superman like, man, you need to go watch the fucking track meet with crazy-ass Tobias Wells, because, and this is when they first bring it back, so remember we had that metaphor of Superman never coming to the hood. Apparently, as people may not know, some people may not know that Kryptonite is not Superman's only weakness. He also has a weakness to magic. Yeah.
They're just about to say it's a weakness for niggas.
Oh no! I mean, he got that low puss. That low puss keep him in line, bro. Lois got that boy. Look, so but like,
that boy crazy over there, boy. Man. I'm like, I want to try Lois. I mean, God, I'm sorry, that was rude. That was extremely rude.
But magic. works on Superman. If you're a magical character, you can fuck him up. So they bring up the fact that one of the reasons why the thing that was keeping him away from Suicide Slump, from the hood of Metropolis, was Victor Swan with his magical shit been having a whole like goddamn like force field over the city. So whenever he come over to that part, it messes with him. Okay. So he's like, man, I'll go save your boy because that don't like I can travel all around the city and find where he is. You have freaking, you know, he's not affecting you the way he's affecting me. You probably need to get back to this track meet, which is the truth. Because when he gets back to the track meet, Victor Swan ass start making everybody trip. So you got the cops looking at regular people, making them thinking they see monsters and shit. So the cops start pulling their guns on regular people. Then the regular people start having this panic. It's this huge panic that goes out where everybody think they're seeing monsters and niggas is pulling out the weapons. It remind me of Batman Begins when motherfuckers are here with that scarecrow shit and they start seeing demons and crazy shit. It was like some shit going on like with that. Right, so Black Lightning pop up. So then everybody starts seeing his ass as a monster. Ooh. So like everybody started trying to run up on Black Lightning and shit. And Black Lightning started, you know, protecting people with the force field powers. Like he's just so powerful on here. He started yelling at Henderson, like, my nigga, like get your people in line. And Henderson wills his way to get his people in line, even though, you know, he's seeing them as monsters too. Okay, and I want some respect for Henderson in this comic, ironically, just like I did in the episode. Like, I liked Henderson a lot in this episode that we're about to get to. Mm-hmm. So, Henderson helped Black Lightning save everybody, basically. And Black Lightning, you know, shocking everybody. I mean, shocking the right people. He trying to find Victor Swan. And 1-100 is say, 1-100 is about to just blast these people. They're not even affected by the magic or whatever. He said our orders were to make a mess that Black Lightning cannot clean up. So as this nigga about to blast on these random white people, I was noticing that they both white people. Black Lightning jumps up and takes the bullet for these people. And then
he takes a real bullet.
He takes a real bullet. Black Lightning is not bulletproof, ladies and gentlemen. So not in the comics. Not in the comics. I mean, maybe at some point might get a suit that does that, but not yet. So then Victor Swan come up down there, Black Lightning is wounded and bleeding, and he says, yes, I'm about to basically take over your body and shit. But then it's the people who stand up for Black Lightning. They start trying to jump his fucking monster-looking ass. And
that's love.
Yeah.
I like your Black Lightning. I appreciate you. Black Lightning's back. But, listen, I don't know if I'm fighting no monster for you, Black Lightning.
Hey, man, look, and this man looking like unholy Jesus on meth and shit.
He looks like he could scrape my face with one just... Look at them fingers, man. Ooh, yep. Look at them hands. Yep. I'm not... Nah. Yep. I'll throw a rock at him or something. Can I say a spell or something? Anybody know magic in the building?
That nigga know magic.
Because I am not touching that motherfucker with a 10-foot pole. No fucking way. I'm sorry. I hope you don't bleed out, Black Lightning.
Dude, seriously.
You want some Neosporin, a Band-Aid or something? Because that's about as much I can give you, man. I'm sorry. No. No, thank you.
So as the people start jumping his ass, they start cheering for Lightning. Superman show up and he saved 2 bits.
So, look at that. He came through.
Yeah, he came through.
Right.
So Black Lightning run up on him. He about to have a freaking showdown. He starts shooting lightning at Victor Swan. And out the blue, Superman like, yeah, you worried about Black Lightning. Superman tried to take a swipe at him because he finally was able to get close enough to him. When Superman sneaks him, he turns into like dust and disappears.
That man went Sandman on him.
And he just disappears. He leaves. Right. So people think that he's done, but as we can see as comic readers, that nigga ain't dead.
Yeah, of course.
He disappeared.
He's coming back.
Tobias well puts the whole situation on Black Lightning. He says a pit to the news. He's telling the news, it's fortunate nobody was killed, but it's a pity Black Lightning didn't linger to explain the violence he seems to attract to our community. So he played that whole role.
Our community?
Exactly. And Jefferson Pierce runs up on 2 bits because he changed out and he told everybody, you know, I had to go run out and help a friend. I didn't know this was going on.
He looks like a young Malcolm.
And 2 bits is basically saying, well, now that your boy has been defeated, man, I'm about to go work it out with your sister. You need to come with me so you can work it out with Lynn, nigga. And Jefferson like, nah, man, we got some loose ends to tie up here. And that's the end of the comic of issue number 5. So it was a really good comic, dog. A lot of story was pushed forward. And we get to see Jefferson Pierce being the hero that he needs to be. And even though Superman is in his comic book, even though Henderson currently is the one that was doing the narration of many things and it was the perspective that we were coming through, Jefferson still was the one that shined. Like that's one thing. Even the artwork makes it show that whenever he's on the playing field, you're cued into what's going on with him. Whether he's injured, whether he's shooting lightning, whether he's just talking to somebody. Malcolm X, Malcolm Pierce is handling
Young
business. He's the hero of his own story, and he's not going to be overshadowed. So, yeah, that was year 1.
Right,
Issue
all right.
number 5. I fuck with that.
Purge.
So, we into what? Cold Dead Hands finally came back.
Yeah, finally back. So this week, ladies and gentle germs, what I'm going to do is give you about half of mine because if I went through the whole thing, then it would be a whole another month of me with nothing, no homework to give you, or me searching for homework to do. So instead, what I'm going to do is give you half of this issue. Now, I believe we're on issue 5. Yeah, we're on issue 5.
Because apparently it's going to be a whole nother month before the next one comes out.
Yeah, the next issue will be out April 7th. They come out on the 7th of every month. So there's, one more left in the series of 6.
Right.
So I think I might actually stop about right before halfway because there's a battle that kind of happens that might be better if we saved it and went a little slower. So basically, it has been a week since the last time we jumped into Black Lightning, Cold Dead Hands. Now, just to catch everybody up, last issue, Black Lightning was battling White Thunder and the gang, or AKA Lizard Man.
Lizard Face.
Yeah, Lizard Face. So Black Lightning takes down Lizard Man and all the flying gang members, and they arrest Black Lightning. But Black Lightning takes a shot to the stomach, so they take him to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, they let Black Lightning go. He gets away.
Yeah, of course.
Of course they do that, right? So it's been a week, and now we're back. Let me see here. What did I write about? Tobias clean. Oh yeah, and Tobias cleans house basically. Last week we saw him kill Joey Toledo. Yeah, basically, yeah. The comic book version of Joey Toledo gets killed, and
in every incarnation.
Yeah, right.
He got killed in the first series that J.Steel had. He got killed in My Year 1. He got killed in Cold Dead Hands.
Right.
He gonna get killed, spoiler alert, tonight. Like Joey Toledo just cannot catch a break.
Yeah, there's no saving that guy, man. But anyway, so in the battle last week with White Thunder and the gang, 2 cops were killed. So they make actually. So what happens in this first? Because we are on. Dang, we've kind of gone a little forward in the pages here, but we are. They basically there's a monument for these 2 cops who died. I don't have their names, but it was one guy. You talk about him being a family man, how he coached his kids in junior league basketball or something like that, and he was about to put in his retirement as a surprise to his family, and he died. Then there was this woman who they make mention of her being gay, but a subtle mention I should say of her being gay by saying that the last words she spoke was her wife's name. Which I thought was kind of interesting, real subtle or whatever. They kind of let that be. Also, we find out that we're in Cleveland. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but this comic book takes place in Cleveland. So just to kind of throw that on the board
like
there.
They never know where they want to put Jefferson at. It's like, okay,
it's all over the place.
My comic, he's in Suicide Slum, which is a hood in Metropolis.
Right.
In J.Steel's comic, he was in Brick City, which was just Brick City. But once again, I always felt like that's a Jersey nickname, but I don't know if that's Jersey or if they just made up their own thing.
You think?
I don't know.
It could be.
The TV show, he's in some spot called Freeland, which I believe they said that Freeland's in the South. Freeland's in Georgia.
Yeah, Freeland's in Georgia, right?
Freeland in Georgia,
right?
And now for you, he's in
Cleveland. They make mention of that somewhere. We'll I think we've kind of gone past that, but also too, so now there are news reports that have been leaked that clear Black Lightning, because remember he was being framed for those guys who had these guns, because basically that's the big thing on this issue.
You
that
mean
Tobias
the guns
Wells,
that's going to show up in this episode.
the guns that are very similar to the ones that show up in this episode. Right. So those guns were put out on the street, and they had a self-destruct mechanism that when triggered, made it look like Black Lightning had killed these men who were surrendering themselves, but they were holding on to the guns or whatever. So basically,
like Black Lightning is accused of in this episode.
Exactly the same way. And so news reports have leaked now that kind of clear Black Lightning's name, talk about the trigger button or whatever. Nobody. They have a comment from the police chief. He confirms it, but doesn't really say much else beyond that. They honor the 2 fallen cops at this local cop bar. And we kind of saw this last cop. We saw this cop bar in the last episode when they were jumping, showing kind of news stories, sort of what's going on. Where were you when this big battle happens? Where we lost the 2 cops, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, where were you when that happened? And so they're honoring the 2 fallen cops. We see Tommy and the crew. I forget her name, but with the whole crew's there. They're toasting to her. And then we go down to guns are still basically on the streets. Many just not. Oh yeah, a couple guns on the street. Not as many as before, but just enough to keep fear in the air, basically. And Black Lightning, is helping the cops in one of these panels, and a cop draws his gun on him, and we kind of find out, hey, what's up?
J.Steel in the building.
J.Steel is in the building. Yes, he is. But basically, so yeah, cop draws the gun. Oh, so sorry about that. That didn't mean that.
Hey, are we before or after Lizard Man? Because right now I'm on this panel. I don't know if I'm on the right page.
We are before Lizard Man.
Oh, but we haven't gotten to Lizard Man.
We haven't gotten to Lizard Man.
So we're back over here with.
Yeah, we're about right here, actually. Okay. Yeah, this is where the gun gets drawn on Black Lightning as he comes to try to help. Because, the gun's still on the street and whatnot. One cop actually tells him to put the gun down. This new truce that he has, or at least this news, this information, him not being framed or whatever, is kind of fresh in everybody. So, people are still kind of a little jumpy when he comes around. But
so Black Lightning's made a truce with the cops, even though that man escaped the cops.
Yeah, they call it. Now he makes mention of this thing called an uneasy truce. That he has between the cops right now. It's something that sort of just later on goes to mean that there's a common enemy that's not one another. It's someone else, and that we should band together.
I'm just still tripped out that a black man escaped the cops, and now he still get to be a vigilante. And right. One cop told another cop, "Hey, nigga, stop trying to shoot this man."
Yeah. You ain't got the underground memo yet,
right, man?
Nah, we ain't shooting him this week.
Not this week.
He's on the team now.
We got Lizard Man.
But we got Lizard Man. So Tommy and her crew and everybody, they're interrogating the Lizard Man because federal agents, they're trying to do it before the federal agents, come swoop in and try to take jurisdiction and all that good stuff. Lizard Man.
And if this is your first time listening to the Reviewing That Lightning podcast, Lizard Man's real name is.
We should call him by his real name.
No, we're not.
We're not?
I'm just letting people know that we're not going to call him by that dumbass name. His real name is White Thunder. They gave Black Lightning in 2018 a villain named motherfucking White Thunder. We're not going to call... And then when he took off his mask...
He's a stupid-ass lizard.
He's a stupid-ass lizard.
He's
an actual lizard.
Like, I don't know if he's an alien or a clone. I don't know what the fuck he is, but White Thunder is a lizard face. But he's going to be lizard face or lizard man for all of our ongoing situations. But back to Marty.
But also, too, no one thinks it's weird that we're now interrogating a lizard man.
Nah.
There's not one mention. Nobody batted an eye.
Nope.
They just sort of pulled the mask off and like, what?
Oh, okay.
It's a lizard.
It's a lizard man. Well, that's new.
We're all living in a world where there's, Superman and Aquaman and Wonder Woman and
true, very, very true.
They're used to craziness happening, but
true. It's right.
I wasn't expecting Lizardface,
but basically, so Lizardface is okay basically with sort of turning over on Tobias because now he feels like he's a loose end. Because remember, like I said before,
Tobias kill them niggas.
Yeah, Tobias was tying up loose ends at the end of the last episode, talking about he's gonna take care of Black Lightning himself, right? So we go into this scene here. Basically, it's kind of hard to explain. That
they got this white boy on the ground. They got this black girl, possibly Hispanic girl, got a gun on this white boy laying on the ground, and her 2 friends in the back, which is a black dude and a black girl with glasses. Seeming like they trying to talk her out of shooting this white boy in the face.
Right. Well, no, he's already shot. Yeah, they've got him already. He's
dead.
Yeah, this kid is dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then as we go down, they kind of have a conversation. We go down, somebody calls, cut, and we realize it's a stage play.
Oh.
So
why Jefferson look different in this one than in any of them? Is that Jefferson with this fade?
Yeah, that's Jefferson with the fade.
He looks swollen. He look a little older.
Right.
This artist said, I'm going to go a little different for just this comic.
Just for this one. He didn't look that way yet before,
no.
Right.
He looks more like Tobias.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. Right,
like
doesn't
Tobias.
he?
Like Black Tobias, because once again,
does.
in your comic, Tobias is this big ass buff black dude.
Okay, so I wanna take this section as a meal. Okay, so this lady. So apparently, Jefferson is the drama teacher, because every single time we see him in the school, it's either they're talking about a play, they're rehearsing for a play, or whatever. That's pretty much his role.
Wait, Jefferson's the theater teacher.
He doesn't do anything else. That's all he does. In every classroom he's in, they're discussing what play they're gonna do. Like they were talking about Medea's like Christmas something about doing it as the play.
That is hilarious.
So I imagine that's what he is. So they're in the they're actually rehearsing the play now or whatever. So Lynn walks in, and she's the assistant principal just appointed.
So she's like Vice Principal McDottie in here.
She is like and also too, fun note, she has a British accent here. Now, how do I know she has a British accent?
How do you know that?
How do I know that? Because these colored markings here, this is Jefferson's. Yeah, this is his thoughts. So at one point he talks about how amazing she is, how good looking she is, and how intelligent she is, and how he's so into her or whatever. And basically, as he goes down a little further, I don't know if it's in this panel or not, but at some point he said, "Oh yeah, here it is." And she has this British accent that makes me wish I were John Steed. Didn't really quite get that one. Probably should have looked it up.
Yeah, because John Steed sounds like a porn star, but I know that's not what
That's
not what they're going for. But
oh wow,
it's John Steed. I know that he means something else. Dub might even know. American Observer shouts out.
I'm sure he will.
But and that makes the whole sentence hilarious. And she has this British accent that makes me wish I were John Steed. I love black British women as well, sons. And when they speak, I want to be John Steed and Marco Pumpo and Wesley Pipes too, my nigga. Like, let's go. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that takes it. Okay.
Yeah.
So she.
we don't do safe words, bitch. Let's go.
We don't do safe words here. It's a free space. So basically, she's sort of telling them, "Oh man, you got the kids like they're so inspired by you. You're so amazing. You get them interested. You're so passionate."
Call these boys lads. This is the time this has come up in my life in the past week that we're calling the boys lads now. Okay?
You have no idea she's British until he makes that reference, and then all of a sudden, all this shit starts spilling out of her mouth.
It gets more British.
Yeah, it's like for some reason we got to accent it now that we've said it. So basically, he congratulates her on a promotion.
My nigga is so swole in this one. Look at that boy neck.
He is super swole.
He is like
that boy. Adam's apple is a fucking Adam's tree, nigga. Apple tree, bitch.
He's got his Makai Brooks on right now.
God damn.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, but basically, what's going on right here? He's talking about the play. He has no free time. Oh, basically. They kind of make I guess that they both have to chaperone the Christmas dance basically, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah, we're both obligated to do that. That's great. We'll make it a date. And she's like, let's not quite call it a date, but you're doing good so far. But she's playing kind of hard to get.
But they're opening the door to the Lynn and Jefferson relationship in a new way. Because one thing that we've been talking about is how different all of these iterations in comic books that Jefferson is, and it's trippy that he's a drama teacher instead of a principal in this one. Lynn is the assistant principal and not a lawyer. Mm-hmm. And she's a Brit for some unknown reason, aside from the fact that the writer just has a fetish like me. But
I imagine, yeah.
It's that straight fetish shit. You have the blue just make this woman Brit.
I don't really have a better excuse for you than he's kind of got a thing for it. He thought it would be cool, So why not? Why not throw it in there?
You got the accent on point over there, J.Steel?
Do I have a British accent?
You got
one in the chamber?
You got one in the chamber? You got one locked?
I do. I'm being put on the spot. I gotta do it right now.
Nah, we
at some point in this podcast, just throw it at us. I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. You
don't forget.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Forget.
Somewhere here.
Whenever you're ready.
It's in there.
So basically, Black Lightning is out on the streets. Beating the beat. Killing all the folk. Well, not killing them. But taking down the folks with the guns. And I remember I mentioned the uneasy truce. So he mentions now that the uneasy truce has expanded from just between him and the police to now the people and the police. So now that we got the corner boys kind of giving information to the police because they all, like I was saying earlier.
So the community is working with the police in a positive manner. That's interesting.
They all realize, like I said, that they have a common enemy. Right? So so everybody's kind of ganging together to kind of take down these guys with the guns, the gang members with the guns. Now, this is probably where we want to stop because right after this is kind of where.
And for people listening, it's a shot of Black Lightning. Where is he? He's standing.
So basically,
opposite. Is that a facility? What kind of facility is this?
They put together this sort of task force to kind of take in tips and whatnot, and run down leads of where Tobias might be now. What's his name? Lizard Man. I'm sorry, Black Thunder.
White
Thunder. Sorry.
You said Lizard Man. That's right.
Lizard Man is the right one? Okay, cool. We're going to go with Lizard Man. Lizard Man.
Yeah. I think Black Thunder's a porn star too.
Lizard
Black
Man.
Thunder is a porn star.
Black Thunder sounds like a porn star.
Okay, fair enough.
I just wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised either.
If I was a black porn star in the 80s.
If the name isn't taken, you're welcome.
Yeah.
But basically, they put together this task force to run down leads, and also Lizard Man has now turned on Tobias and given up his location. Actually, we kind of passed that part. No, I'm sorry. The task force, yeah. No, it's cool. The task force is actually what got this lead to where he might actually be. But
Tobias.
Where Tobias is going to be, right?
Right.
So he's scoping out this location, trying to say, like, well, this doesn't make sense. I mean, this wouldn't be this wouldn't be my choice. This seems like a bad idea. But this isn't a place where a whole bunch of cops will be able to make it in. They get picked off, but maybe one man has an opportunity to do this. So he also makes a reference to Batman loves this sort of scenario where he has to go into places by himself. And
so he shout my dog. He shouts
him out. In this panel exactly right there is where he sort of says something about he worked with them briefly. They worked together briefly on something.
You're not letting me close.
They don't. Well, yeah, they don't get specific.
Oh, the Batman
where they
lives
work.
for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's a lunatic.
Right, he also calls him a lunatic. And he says, doesn't mean I don't appreciate what I learned during the
hot minute.
Yeah, hot minute I worked with
Talking
him.
like a nigga, I feel it.
Yeah. So he just kind of mentions him for a little bit. But next, so basically the tip line gave him this location. It said Tobias is going to be here. He said this doesn't really make sense, but he goes in anyway. And and there is Tobias
in that bitch
waiting on him in supervillain fashion. Now I don't know if you wanna go. I can go a couple more panels if you like. Or
let's stop right here. We're gonna stop at the showdown. I think that's a good place to end. So Black Lightning walks in this facility where Tobias is rumored to be, and not only is he rumored to there,
he's
there
waiting
already with these super gloves. He got 2 Infinity Stone gauntlets just ready to whoop some ass.
Yeah, and those are dope. I can't wait to talk about them next week. And I believe the name of this issue, this was definitely issue 5.
Yeah.
But I believe the name of it was Watch Them Kill Each Other, or something like that. Watch them kill each other, or watch them fight each other. But I'm really, really digging it. I've gotten a couple more panels down. I haven't quite finished it yet. But I can't wait to talk about the rest of it next week. It's going to be awesome.
That's where we at with it. So that was Cold Dead Hands, issue number 5. And anybody have because that's where we got a small. It's like that's what happened in this episode for the first time. We finally got Black Lightning and Tobias seeing each other face to face. It's like, oh shit, here's the showdown, and then other shit went down. That's kind of like what we're leaving right now on the showdown. So yeah, we're gonna come back to that next week because once again the homie's pacing himself, so he ain't got so he can't homework. You know what I mean? J.Steel, you got a comic?
I don't.
Well, that's fine because I'm happy you said you didn't because we're running over. We started this episode off we ranted about some real ass shit, but it's like, oh god, we actually have a comic. We have an episode review to get to. God damn it! So you're off the hook here this week. But so that's shit. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the episode. Wait, I'm always fucking up. What's this episode title, you know?
Shit.
It's probably like, damn it.
It's a book of something else.
The book of romantic...
The book of Black Jesus.
Precipitation. We were just talking about Black Jesus, funny enough.
What?
We were.
Like... actual Black Jesus or metaphorical Black Jesus?
The TV show.
The TV show.
She went everywhere but where.
No, it's like your spot seems so much more cooler than the one we went. But I'm like, yeah.
So this is Black Lightning, episode 7, Equinox, the Book of Fate. Like, what the fuck? Equinox!
Anissa has powers now. We have to protect her.
Together, Dad and I can put an end to the 100 once and for all. Show me how to do this. This road you're on, it only leads to heartbreak and pain.
We need to have a conversation. Talk.
Bring out the body bags, I'm about to kill them, deliver them to the mortician.
It's either her or you.
Black Lightning, all new this Tuesday at 9/8 Central on the CW.
Since we've had a proper reset
What?
and we're all caught up, let's introduce Miss J.Steel properly.
Hey y'all, what's poppin'? My brain just like, like
That was a little much, wasn't it?
okay. Hey y'all, what's up? It's J.Steel. Instagram at @IamJSteel_. Also the Misbelief Radio Show, TheMisbelief.podbean.com. Also Fat Girl Nola at Fat Girl Nola on Instagram, the dopest food blog ever in life. What's up?
Yeah, man. J.Steel came in the middle of a comic joint, and she laid on us that she hadn't finished the episode. She had like 13 minutes left of the episode. If everyone has seen this episode, you can't miss
them last 13 minutes. Like
very crucial.
I don't know what life is right now.
Right.
I'm confused.
Doesn't it hurt? Yeah, it still hurt. It's fresh for you. Yeah, you just made it fresh all over again.
What?
Yes, indeed. So we like good team members. We sat back and watched them 13 minutes just now before pressing the record button.
Right.
Her brain is fucked.
Yeah, my brain is completely fucked up. I don't have words.
So once again,
my phone, man?
Like I said, in take one, my question is, so initial thoughts on the episode, y'all?
What the fuck?
Oh,
goddamn. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say first thing I wrote down was they threw a lot at us here. I would not know where to begin. How to just to sum it all up is damn, goddamn, wow, aww.
Thank y'all for bringing.
That's it.
Thank y'all for bringing Lala back. Thank y'all for that shit. Dude, I fucked with that actor, dog.
Right.
He got cut too quick. So when they got to the end and we saw that big revelation,
I
was like,
about him.
I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wish. See, J.Steel also has not finished Luke Cage, but all I'm gonna say is I wish Luke Cage did some shit like that. Anyway.
That would have been cool, yeah, but let's see what happens here first before we start wishing that sort of thing. It might be a Pet Cemetery sort of thing where it's like,
that's
you know, you might have been better off dead.
Yeah, right.
I'm just glad the actor's back because I feel like
fair enough.
I feel like that's where they're gonna go, like he's some Grim Reaper type or something.
Yeah.
Claiming souls are getting tatted. Man, what you looking for?
I was looking for my phone because I just wanted to show her the text that I sent you when I got to the end of it.
The end, like,
dude, because what's so funny is this. I asked him.
Where it is. I
texted him when the episode was over. Yo, was like, I'm only 30 minutes in, and I said, dude,
okay, wait, just wait.
It just goes so left,
motherfucker.
It's in your fucking pocket. And I was like, dude, you're gonna be texting me when you get to the end of this episode.
Like,
so yeah,
it goes extremely left, and there's nothing that
in
happens
all the
that
best ways possible
allows you to think that that's about to happen. It just comes, and it's like boom.
Just hit after hit after hit, like it was just like, oh, we're gonna do this to you, we're gonna do that to you,
and more of like unexpected things that you thought would eventually come, but like
no, they did it now,
right now, all at once.
Right now, I'm very upset that it happened so soon. This was. I said this from the beginning, though. This show, unlike some of the other, and then again, I don't watch Arrow. I feel like Arrow may lean a little bit more toward this, but this show has real consequences, and that's to me that sort of put it a step above most of the others, and.
Most of the others, someone might die at the end of the season.
Somebody, as a big deal, like we're building toward this, but then we sort of swap it out because I don't know. Never mind. I don't want to get in the Flash.
Very Game of Thrones, like they just go for it.
Yeah,
they go for it.
Yeah, and I'm a little upset though, because I very much enjoyed the character. So
yeah,
but we'll get into that I guess at that very point. But yeah, lots and lots of stuff here.
So we start this episode with Lynn tending to her daughter. And random comic book fact about Lynn. Did you know that originally the comic creator wanted her to be the sister of Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern. Oh. That's why her name is Lynn Stewart. But no other comic writer picked that up, so it's never happened like in all the years since. But so it's never been canon, but it's just a rumor that that's one thing that was supposed to happen. She's supposed to be the sister of Jon Stewart. Funny. Anyway, this episode starts with Lynn Stewart tending to her daughter, and Jennifer, Anissa saying the real shit from the jump. So Pop's gonna be on all this Martin Luther King bullshit on me, and he's Black Lightning. Right. And Lynn seeing that all her wounds are healing like that because she thunder in this motherfucker. And we
get to see it actually for the first. I don't know if we've ever seen it sort of the healing manifest itself like this before. This is have we ever? Because we've always seen him sort of shock himself internally, but we never actually seen the outer workings of that. Right. Like she had real life bruises there that just sort of healed through the electricity or whatever that sort of. Kind of
giving more credence to that scene before when we thought this man was wigging out on like I think the second episode.
Yeah, it was like what's going on there? Yeah, and that seems to bring it seems to make it make more sense now. Or for sure, because you had that theory, or at least you heard that theory early on.
Yeah,
right?
that it's probably him healing.
Yeah.
And then this showdown between mother and daughter, who really look so much like mother and daughter.
They really do.
Look like they got that Fendi Rihanna makeup popping, because you know what I'm saying. I feel like they got black makeup.
I
feel like they got black makeup artists working on this show. You hear me?
Oh, they totally do.
What was you about to say, Marty?
I was just gonna say, is this not? Were y'all not thinking like this is one of those scenes where like you get the taste slapped out your mouth, like you?
Oh, cause she got at her. She went at her mom's dog.
Grown or not grown?
You got powers.
But do you know what it feels like?
Yeah,
you know nothing.
Nigga, can you stop a bullet? But can you stop a bullet though? But can you stop a bullet though?
No matter what you go to a college, stomp your foot and shatter a statue? Nigga, you know what that feels like? Nigga, it's amazing.
You know Superman?
You know nothing.
Do you know Superman though?
Yeah, she came at her mama neck.
Really kind of wrong.
So moms didn't even know how to react to that shit. My mom's had a little moment like, wait. I feel like in her innermost being, Mama Lynn was like, okay, don't smack her because she got powers now. But I'm still her mom. But I'm trying to be cool. I don't want to be that mom. But I think she had that moment in her fucking mind, like I'm about to. No, don't do it, Lynn. She had a don't do it, Lynn moment in her mind. Right. Don't do it, Lynn. Don't do it, Lynn. Because if that motherfucker don't take a breath, she gonna feel that slap. If she don't see it coming, she ain't got time to go. I boy, like, whoop it. My mama Lynn like she'll get a few licks off before you hit that breath, nigga. Don't fuck with her. But dog, it was some like, it's an interesting journey that all these characters take. At least Lynn, Anissa, and Jefferson in this whole episode, like, cause you know Lynn's arc goes from trying to talk her daughter out of this shit into being like the most supportive one. Like, man, we gotta protect her. Anissa, she going in this thing head first, thinking everything all gravy. Like, yeah, I'm about to be Superwoman, black style, let's go. But then you know gets reminded, like, as we get to with David Poe, like, wait. There's consequences to these actions. You better tread lightly on how you jumping in this. And Jefferson realizing, like, I like in the end that main scene in the end that he has with his daughter Anissa after such and such happens, when his own consequences come and bite him in his ass. It's like each one of these characters aren't the same in the beginning of this episode as they are. I mean, at the end of this episode as they were in the beginning. And that's one thing I really appreciate in this whole situation. It's so serious because they let the characters get layered, and we even see this going into this next scene with Gamby and Jefferson. And Jefferson still ain't hearing Gamby shit. Gamby on this, he talking about the two people that ran up on Lynn. He got his whole lie already ready. Like, yeah, I heard these two niggas that's out here just robbing medical facilities. You know what I'm saying? So don't think too hard about it. There ain't nothing.
Yeah, just wrong place, wrong time.
Just wrong time. Even though he know, nigga, that was fucking Lady Eve people, and they about to get taken care of by Lady Eve, but you fucking shiesty ass. We call him White Gamby now. That's what he calls him.
White Gamby.
If anybody deserves the White Thunder the moniker, he should be White Thunder.
He totally deserves it.
He should be Gamby, so he's White Gamby. He's the White Gamby, especially with the shit he started. He's a vigilante. I don't give a fuck. Gamby is not just Galford anymore. No,
Gamby's fucking Gamby went real gangster in this, man.
White Gamby, dog.
Hell yeah, I loved it though. But But they're both broken records in this, and it's like it's contagious. Because now he's talking that whole, you didn't know about the albino, man? You trying to tell me you didn't know nothing? You didn't hear nothing? Back to the same old thing we were talking about in the last episode.
But at least built up to Gambi admitting that he was lying. It wasn't for no reason. And that's a true point. That's a true point on the level of, nigga, you just gave me this whole story about these niggas and that you found out this information in 2 hours.
Right.
But you ain't know that this motherfucking 6 foot albino nigga been in the city for the past 9 years.
Right.
So I feel him. I feel why Jefferson said, you motherfucker.
Well, yeah, but then when we get to the end scene, I'm like, okay, cool, great, we're all on the same page now. Because I don't trust that nigga either.
Cool. Jefferson tell him to his face.
Yeah, right. I'm like, cool, great.
I don't trust you, white Gambi.
Right, I don't trust him either, man.
And Gambi looks so heartbroken, though. Like I said.
He always has that same stupid ass look on him.
He's been kicked out of the threesome. He hates it.
Yep, exactly. He's been watching in a corner.
Right, you know? But like, this is what Mandingo fights would look like if they happened in modern day. Fight. Right? This is exactly what they'd look like. I didn't think that old boy was touchable really until this scene here.
And we're talking about Tobias.
We're talking about Tobias. Yeah,
I didn't either. I thought this would be an easy thing. Like I thought we were gonna see him basically kill his dude.
But he did.
And even though, he did.
The
even
first
though
round was a real whooping.
Even though he's on green light, though, I kind of thought that still he'd be like,
but Tobias, like, we've seen him, like, fucking hug people to death and shit.
But this nigga is on green light and he's a trained fighter. I mean, come on. Tobias got one hit off Tobias. So you mean to tell me this big-ass man on drugs can't get one hit off Tobias?
Maybe one, but he got a few in is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
man, he got one real hit.
He got one real one in, but, like, I didn't think he I don't know, he felt that.
Yeah, because that's what made him realize he was on drugs. But he ain't getting no more hits. Look, no more hits. Still, boom, beatings. You don't get no more beatings. We want to see no more hits. Beatings.
True.
One hit. That was it.
I didn't think. See, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where it's like, I don't really need you to go down, but to know I can make you bleed.
Bleed.
Like, but nah. I don't know. It's metaphorically. You know what I mean? Like, not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I don't know. It's like in the neck. There's a scene later on where he's like, I gotta put my daggone fist in some ice because that kind of took a lot out of me there. You know what I mean?
We still got to find out the dynamics of his strength.
Yeah, like where does where does it come from? What are the limitations? Is it running out?
Yeah,
something like that could be going on.
True. Now, one of my issues I'm currently having, and it might be with the acting of the character, and I still really like the character and how he's been presented, but I don't fully get the weight of his supposed age. He took a serum to keep himself young. Now, does that keep him young in general, or does that mean he just look? I mean, I'm young in general, but you know, he don't feel like he should be like 60. He's even if you're a younger body, your brain should still be 60. And the way he carries himself like light-footed.
He's stuck in time.
Like, so is that what, if that's, I'll take that, I guess he's just stuck in time, so he's not aging past 40.
Yeah, maybe it stopped everything.
And that 40, even his mentality is 40, even though, but I still feel like even if you look at the vampires and shit, they usually have even at least the weight of the experience. And something about him doesn't feel like
impulsive and immature.
He don't feel 60 to me. Yeah, he don't feel like whatever he's supposed to be. If he was like 20-something when Jefferson was like 13, Jefferson's like 40-something, making him like, I mean, he should be at least in some of his actions. I feel like I'm dropping shit. I feel like the directing should have been to that actor, hey man, pace yourself, slow down a bit or something, because I still like him, but whenever I get reminded that, hey, this guy is supposed to be like old, but he just got the serum, he don't feel old to me. That's one thing I have noticed. Even in that fight, I'm like, it's an old man fighting. I should be feeling like it's Hihachi instead of being, you know what I mean, Paul.
Right.
You know, you're Tekken out there, you heard me?
Right.
So,
I feel like part of that, though, is a little bit in the writing and maybe sort of a little bit in the acting as well. Yeah, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand there a little bit. But I do completely agree with you. And now that you mention it, now it's sort of like, oh, now I'm kind of looking at it a little differently in that way.
Right. I don't mean to spoil the whale. I still dig the whale, dog. But if I have any issues with the whale currently, is what I just mentioned, and also the fact that I feel like every episode they gotta hammer home now the fact that he hate niggas. Like the one that comes later in this episode with the jazz is one thing that brothers got right is this jazz.
It's like the punchline now.
It's like all right.
What niggas did wrong today.
Right, son. Like if we you like, dude, I can't take you next episode telling me about how much brothers or Negroes suck. Like you hit it every episode now.
Right.
And now I'm in episode 7 with you. And the last episode I let it go because you kind of shitting on niggas, but through white people. He's like, see, you can expect the brothers to be this way, but the white man's supposed to. You hear me? So I was like, all right. That was probably like the last one you probably should have gotten away with. Because I don't know. In this episode later on, when he talked about the brothers got the jazz, right? I'm like, nigga, you could have just listened to the jazz and we could have still understood that, damn, this is one thing that you do like from niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like you listening to this and us even just seeing you smiling, that was just been subtle enough for me to be like, oh, this nigga like this jazz though. Right. But what he had to go and tell us, what he said, J.Steel?
He said, it's the one thing the brothers did right. Jazz music.
He's like Mister's daddy got trapped in his body. You know, like Mister's daddy from The Color Purple. Like that's who he reminds me of.
And he mad
like
as
when he
fuck.
makes all those comments. It's like, you shiftless and you know, like it's just he just reminds me of that every time.
I feel like
he says something like that.
I feel like right before he goes to bed every night, like Doug Funny, he pulls out his journal and he writes down, what
niggas.
The brothers.
That's what they did bad today.
The brothers.
Like it's
my Negro's journal. He just talking bad. He got one that he probably looks back on every night before he go to sleep. Oh, I like this one. I remember when I wrote this. Right. Niggas. They ain't shit. That's why I like to piss. I like that.
April 28, 1962.
But I look 12. Anyway, next scene up, man, we started it off with Lynn gave them a description of the men that kidnapped her in her office. And we have this back and forth with Henderson who comes and sits down and once again gives one of those moments. Now, this is something that they haven't done over the top yet. About how he makes you feel like he knows the secret. Because he's like, Jefferson, now you know you're not just a principal. They might be after you. And Jefferson had that moment, like that constipated feeling, like, wait a minute, nigga, what
you trying to say?
And he's like, yeah, you're a fucking activist, you're a principal, nigga, you inspiring the youth, you're doing this, you're doing that, you got your kids not getting caught up in the hunting and the gang, dog. He might be trying to send a message to your black Jesus looking ass. And, you just take that lick. But I'm just saying, off height alone, like, even though I can understand that, you know what I mean, he got the bright light face. Of height alone, and the fact that you was an Olympian, I would already be like, man, Jefferson could be that nigga.
Exactly.
I even let the beard slide, because some people online be like, look at his fucking beard, nigga.
Right.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like, I mean, it's one of those like Breaking Bad situations. Like you're so close to the answer, like you can't see it. You can't, and it's like I don't think he. I don't know. I don't think he can. I don't think he knows.
No, I know he doesn't know. But the thing is, I'm going to say this. It's a DC Comics thing. If you compare DC to Marvel, DC's heroes have the worst secret identities.
Oh.
Superman got just glasses.
Superman's is the worst.
Aquaman ain't got nothing.
You have to be retarded to... I'm sorry.
Wonder Woman just put her hair in a ponytail.
You have to really have some... Oh,
Wonder Woman put her hair in a ponytail and put on glasses. Yeah. You know what I mean? In like DC Comics lore, if you just roll up on Flash, you mean you'd rather see the bottom half of your motherfucking face. I ain't gonna know it's you, nigga. You know what I mean? At least Spider-Man whole face. Black Panther whole face. And he ain't even hiding. You know what I mean? Captain America ain't even hiding. But still...
Does Aquaman have a secret identity?
Yeah, he Arthur Curry sometimes in some iterations. What? And yeah.
That's sort of like in this he lives on land
sometimes
and has a life and stuff.
Weird.
And then he finds out because in some iterations he's like half and half, and he finds out that he's the heir to the throne of Atlantis. So he was above water, just chilling, like enjoying life, and the nigga was like, "No, you are the prince. You must come to the sea." He's like, "What?" That's gonna be interesting. Apparently, rumor has it that the Jason Momoa go have a moment.
See y'all, Jason Momoa. Just a moment of silence.
All right. Okay.
All right, you can continue.
All right.
Jason Momoa's Aquaman movie, directed by Justin Lin. What's his name?
It don't matter who it's directed by.
They say
James Wan, right?
James Wan. There we go. Justin Lin, somebody the fuck else. But anyway, James Wan. They say it's great.
Huh?
Early showings that people have seen it. They call it a quote unquote palate cleanser for the DC universe. So they're saying that I guess James Wan was like, see, y'all could go suck over there, but in my world, over here,
we winning.
We winning.
Aquaman
Because even when they asked him about how in Justice League how they had those like air bubbles and they talked in that, and they asked James Wan, so is that how they gonna talk in the Aquaman movie? And James Wan said, fuck no, they ain't gonna talk like that in the Aquaman movie. They gonna be underwater, talking underwater. You gonna see how my technology do. So yeah, shouts out to them in the Aquaman movie. But moving on, back to Black Lightning and shit. Lynn and Jefferson, they're in jail, and this was tripping me out, dog. Like after having the whole back and forth about Henderson coming at Scooter's face or whatnot, and saying you need to watch your back. Basically, we see Gamby, White Gamby, and Lady Eve have a moment, and Lady Eve see that she got to kill the motherfuckers that she sent at Lynn because now they on the police radar and shit. Yep. And then Lynn and Jefferson, and while they still in the police building, have this whole conversation about some Black Lightning type shit, and I'm like, y'all.
Right, not here. No,
nigga,
bring it outside.
Can you get out of here first?
What y'all doing?
Get a little further down the hallway, maybe.
Can you get in the car? Because the funny part about the scene was, dog, like they kept on having cops like walking past them, like, excuse me, I'm getting by, nigga. I'm like, nigga. Once the first cop walked past our conversation about Black Lightning ass shit, I would have been like, hey, yo, yeah, we need to go outside.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, they stopped in the middle. So they're having this discussion and they're wondering who could have been that's coming at Lynn. I think that's when they bring up that it could be possibly from the box that Anissa brought from Jefferson's dad. And, they look more into that and whatnot. And they have this whole discussion. And I don't know if this is the scene where they talk about... No, she's telling Jefferson in this scene, I need you to scare your fucking daughter into not want to do this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And, what's your thoughts on the conversation and such?
I think that's still remaining, like, a little bit of hesitation that Lynn has for wanting to protect the family. It's kind of like a remnant of how she felt about Jefferson, when they first separated. I think it's sort of a manifestation of that. Like, she still kind of has that little bit of fight within her that's like, look, this is still our daughter. You got to stop her. If anybody could stop her, you can, because I think she knows that she's not going to listen to her.
Right.
As far as that goes.
That's one thing I do like about this episode. They crisscross the relationships. We've seen a lot of Lynn and Anissa, a lot of Jefferson and Jennifer. So in this episode, we got to see the chemistry and the combination of Anissa and Jefferson, and I can't wait to now get some more Jennifer and Lynn. What you saying, Marty?
Yeah, that particular. I don't know. It just sort of felt like filler now that I look back on it.
I don't think it was.
If I'm just being honest, yeah, no, because she switches gears later on, and I guess we
have to see it.
We have to see it, right? I know, yeah. And then I don't know. There's not a lot of the. I don't see a lot of the wheels spinning sort of in that direction in that scene. So it's just sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it was good for what it was.
I don't think the wins is. I think in that moment she's still believing somewhat, even though like J.Steel said, somewhere in her body she knows that this is not going to work. But she's still trying to fight to be like, look, please get our daughter to stop doing this shit. I feel like it's the different things that happen, such as them two niggas dying later on, and that gets her to be on the level of, you know what? Fuck fighting this shit, but we're not there yet. But they gotta show. I'd rather them show us get her there in this episode instead of one, not showing us like with the Khalil shit, or two, taking 4 episodes to do this shit. Because some TV shows I have her drawing out, man, and this would be in her whole suit and got her suit on her own and everything, and then Lynn still be like, nah, please stop, and we all looking like all these members like, bruh, this is a superhero show. We know she's Thunder. Please stop this bullshit. I'm glad they had her whole arc of, I don't want it. Okay. I think I do it. I'm glad they did it all in one episode. That's one thing I can appreciate, dude, after watching a lot of shit like this.
Well, she's, I guess it's the fact that she's struggling with the inevitable there.
And she has like, to. That's mine.
You know what I mean? And we're coming from, even going to the scene in the beginning. But just even going into the scene in the beginning, it's like, well, you know that he had to leave Jefferson because like Black Lightning just was a part of him. It was who he was. So you had to leave him for that. And it's sort of like, and your daughter's just as stubborn,
right?
And it's like, I don't know.
She doesn't want to be an enabler, but she can't help it at this point because you can't control the situation.
Right.
So now we with Tobias. He finally said her name. It was like Cyanide or something. Once again,
it's a really cool name.
Lady Useless. Her name is
Did you think it was cool?
That's a comic book name.
Fair enough. Oh, that's a comic book name?
Yeah, that's a real comic book name. And and she, once again, hey, shouts out to Lady Useless, proving me right again that you ain't shit later in this episode. Your name is Lady Useless, and that's what I'm going to call you. You shoot at motherfuckers and never get the target. You are Lady Useless. You suck. She always misses. And he tell Lady Useless he want to meet with Eve. Now we get back to the parents still talking, and in this conversation, I'm glad that they did bring up the fact that damn Jennifer had this shit, and I'm glad they even brought that up because I'm like, you guys would be being blind as fuck if you only focus on you having one daughter with powers.
Right.
You feel me? And they have this whole conversation about that. So now they just scared. They're trying to comfort each other, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I can feel you. Y'all having a real parents moment, a moment that I feel like is necessary for you to have, especially in the minute, and especially given the context of y'all relationship regarding powers, vigilantism, addiction. You hear me? Like, I'm glad you guys are acknowledging all possible outcomes because you could have been lazy. You could have Khalil'd us. I'm going to call it that. I'm going to call it that because that's the only bad situation. Now we move into this nigga scene. my brother got a kufi. I'm glad they showing a black male teacher.
Yep.
He's obviously, I guess, a Muslim. He talking to this student that's like pissed off and shit. And he telling him, man, you got to think instead of letting your temper take over. They have these teachable moments without being over the top because the scene ain't even that long. But I like the moment regardless.
Right.
He has to be at least 30 years old.
Meaning level
At least.
I like when he was like, man, can I leave? And then you hear the teacher in the background going, no. You can't leave. So now we have, Jefferson talking with his electrician voice to Henderson, who now is on my good side. I like Henderson. I like what he's on. I see where his trajectory could be going. And, Jefferson is like, what's he talking about in this one? It's not when he's trying to get Joy Toledo. That's when Henderson asking them, are there any other people with powers?
Oh, yeah, are there any other people like you?
Oh, right.
Is what he said.
Because she broke up that goddamn Confederate statue, and he even said like a real nigga, like, look, I don't fuck with the statue neither. But that's the
public property.
Yeah, you dig. So we spoke on that last time. I'm glad, even though they didn't come back to the white doctor that got possibly murdered by Tobias in this episode. I'm glad that
they didn't mention him at all.
That never happened.
That dude might come back.
Oh wow, yeah.
Maybe.
But I'm glad they brought back that being at least some kind of reference of, somebody's exploded a damn statue. People got hurt. Yeah, that's a thing. So that's when Jefferson's trying to get Henderson to get some more info on Joy Toledo, the doomed one, Joy Toledo, the Joy Toledo that always dies. Yeah. Did you know that he was going to die in this episode? Did you feel it? When did you think that he was going to die? Because I feel like at some point when we spoke on Joy Toledo, you actually said he was not going to be long for this world, and I was holding out that maybe he would be.
Because he had, I think it was the last episode. Because didn't he die in your issue?
He died in all of our issues.
Did he die in a couple of them?
Yeah, he died. Yeah, he died in mine like a couple weeks back in that last issue that I did. And did he die in yours as well?
I don't even think he was in mine.
I feel like not your new one. I feel like in your old one, you had a reference in one of the old ones.
Yeah, he was referencing the old one, but he was still alive.
I felt like he had just died on us too.
Always dying.
I don't remember. Yeah, I felt like he had just died, so I was just like, I felt like he wasn't gonna make it. It just made sense. Based off the comics.
Yeah, so poor Jory. I like the actor on some shit. So then Anissa coming here all healed. Healed the fuck up. And
she basically like, Daddy, I want to go out there and I want to kick some ass just like you.
I want to do more.
And he trying to talk out of it, but ain't working. He even tried to throw a little blow up. You stumped on that statue. And he like, yeah, I kind of did that. But that's why you need to train me, nigga. Like she still flipped it back on him. And, he's trying to just make a mess to him. But once again, you're fighting the inevitable, dog.
Right.
But then she brings up David Pope.
David Pope.
As a possible consequence. And he like, like, you need to go talk to him because if he gave you that box of shit that you brought to your mama and that got your mama fucked with.
Right. Yeah, then he's potentially in danger. Yeah, so Jefferson warns her that she needs to, put him on notice that somebody may be after him. So she basically what do they have? Back and forth here about.
Yeah, they have a back and forth. I'm trying to remember what happened.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened after that. Like, what's happening?
I mean, they had the back and forth, and basically that's when she's talking about David Poe, and she's talking about how, like, man, she couldn't believe that when she first got her powers, she didn't know what to do. That's why she went and hollered at him, because he was like, why you wouldn't go talk to him? Why you bring up my daddy? And she like, look, bro, that one also went back to me being on the level of, like, why didn't you just holler at your pa? I thought he was going to at least say that, like, you could have come to me. But I didn't say that shit. He said, bro, you better go warn that nigga, because you might have got him in some shit, and that's one thing you don't understand. There's always consequences. But once again, you should be talking to yourself, Jeff, as we learn as this episode goes on. So now with Lady Eve and, White Gambit coming to holler at her.
And she's once again doing some creepy shit. At first, I thought she was talking to the body until you see Gambit behind her. That would have been interesting. But
I'm always waiting for the body to come to life.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
No, so
well, it happens.
Right.
Yeah, eventually.
Later.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so this whole little exchange that they have. Now, eventually, she sort of gives the green light on poor
Joy Toledo.
Joy Toledo.
The green light, huh?
Yeah, she gives the green light. But yeah, they have sort of this exchange, and I guess it's about Tobias and how he's maybe getting too big for his britches.
Because he out here being public and he opening clubs and he's supposed to be underground.
Opening up a jazz club. Okay, so we got to mention again. I'm just gonna stick a pin in this jazz club thing. Tobias is opening up a jazz club that played, as far as what we saw, no jazz. But
right.
yeah, but that happened.
White Gambit's just a master of the nag. Because as he comes in,
God,
everybody,
just
even the way he come at Lady Eve.
Lady Eve, Tobias is getting too big for his britches. We gotta take him down. Like, shut up.
He has the nag face.
Yes.
What does she call him? He's like
the Taylor,
little bitch.
No. Tobias. How does she refer to him? She refers to him as like he's a superstore that's 300%,
a retail store that's making 300%
profit. Yeah. And it's like, can't get rid of him. But I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you his right hand man. That'll send him a message.
Just
and
get
here,
the fuck
calm his
underground.
ass down.
And here, while you're at it, here, give him this little box. That'll really fuck with his head.
For some reason, I thought the box. Well, we'll see what the box is later. But I thought the box was gonna be what was gonna kill Joey Toledo.
Yeah.
Like my mind went all kinds of places.
Yeah.
I was
thought he was gonna use
what
it
kind
differently.
of cool, weird stuff is gonna happen?
I did too. And it just wound up just being a memento of a threat that really got her ass killed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Really, she got her ass killed doing fucking around like that.
Right.
I think that's the one thing that Tobias can show us is he learning age is, nigga, I ain't your bitch. I'm an old ass man in this body, and you gonna keep fucking with me, and I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah.
So we get to Jennifer's only scene in the whole.
I love this scene. Yeah, this scene is really
thing.
good. So basically at this point, both Jefferson and this, they both know, okay, we both super magical power motherfuckers. And Jennifer, like, I think has kind of like a vibe that something is going on because
they're ignoring each other at breakfast.
Yeah, they're like super quiet, and she's just like, bitch, I got your favorite shirt on and you don't even realize it. And she tells her that, she's like, and something definitely up with you because you would have asked me like what I'm gonna replace track with by now. And both of y'all sitting here and chilling quiet, something's up, so they keep lying. And she's just like, y'all want to try again? And then they lie again, and she's like, y'all want to try again? So it's just a little back and forth.
Yeah, it was a nice little moment of levity. And what you about to say, something?
No, I was just gonna say that they come up with this excuse about him not taking some sort of brain scan.
Like you said, bullshit. She believed this, but I feel like this is the beginning of much more bullshit that she's gonna start really picking up on.
Right, but she sort of like even her little response that she gives is sort of like, yeah, okay, well, I'll accept this as an answer, but we both know this is bullshit.
I'm very curious to see how she
kind of chuckles a little bit. It looks
right.
She kind of chuckles. She's like, "Yo, full of shit."
I wonder how she's going to react to Powers because they're not going to tell the exact same story with her. Right. She's going to react differently, and I just wonder what she's going to do when she finds out. They just had a recent trailer I saw. Half midway through seasons, a lot of times they cut new trailers to get new people to watch. Mm-hmm. the new trailer once again showed a small little quick clip of her with her hands lighting up and her looking, and Jennifer looking at her hands like, what the fuck? And he went to another scene. So once again, in this season, she will discover her powers. We don't know when. And I don't think the whole training situation is going to go on in season 1 for her. That's why I still stand by. It's going to be the last episode, last scene or some shit. She's not going to be a crime fighter this first season. I highly doubt it.
So you think you got a sneak peek of the final scene there?
Yeah, I mean, they're showing it to us to let us know that will happen.
It's happening,
but I do, because I don't think he's going to train both his daughters in one season. I feel like this season going to be about him training Anissa, and if Jennifer find out she has powers even before the season is up, she ain't going to tell nobody for a minute. She might not even vigilante for a minute. She just might just be like tripping the fuck out, like just having powers. I don't know. I don't know where they're going. Because they never show her doing anything else. They just show that sad clip of her looking at her hand trip the fuck out as if she had her first blast and like just tripped herself the fuck out. Like that's what it looked like.
Right.
So let's move on to this next scene. Anissa just left a voicemail for David Poe, the editor of the same newspaper that her grandfather worked at that got killed. And apparently we're seeing that she can't find him. She goes to visit her mother, and they have another conversation. This is the second conversation of 3 that they have in this whole episode. These two had a lot of quality time this episode. And she apologizes for coming at her mother's throat.
Right.
Because she went at her mom's throat.
It was a heated discussion.
And her mom is basically explaining to her, man, she understand, but she wants you to see that this is a fucked up life. And that's when Anissa realizes this would split you and dad up. And she's like, yeah, nigga, it's a hard life for us.
And I actually thought when she took that information in, I actually thought she was gonna be pissed, like, and sort of take like her dad's side, like, this is what you allowed to like break up our family and stuff like that.
Right.
But she also makes I think pivots and makes another like good point, like, why would you be upset? I mean, people were lost without Black Lightning, and now there's it seems that there's hope coming back. Why would you be against that?
But mom said the realest shit. Yeah, everyone else gets a happy ending, but the hero, but you. True. And that's what I don't want for you as your mom. That's real shit.
True, but then at the end of the day, that can't be her decision to make.
It can't be, which is why
we get there later.
Which is the best freaking arguments when both sides have a valid argument. Because she's also saying basically what, like she even said, you sound like your dad. Like, this is a gift from God. Mom is saying, why is that a problem? Why is it a problem that I sound like my dad? Bruh, I got powers. And that's the one thing that whenever we watch any of these superhero tales, that we cannot ignore the fact of, if you have this special ability, you are robbing people if you don't do nothing but make grilled cheese sandwiches with them bitches when you die. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo. If you can stop bullets and be bulletproof, if you can leap over a building in a single bound, come on, man. Help some people out. And that's one thing that Lynn, as much as she's pleading to her, she can't dispute that, yeah, nigga, it would be wrong of me to just ignore it. The only thing she can say is, I just don't want this for you. But like you said, ain't your decision, Mom.
Right, so we get into this next scene. So Anissa can't get David. Was it David Poe?
David Poe.
Right,
David Poe like Edgar Allan, but David Poe.
David Poe. So she couldn't get David Pope. So she goes to his office to try to get him directly. Doesn't reach him, and then finds out that he was in a hit and run while he's cycling.
Yeah.
Murdered. So, murdered, baby.
Yeah. Come on now.
He did.
When we hear that, we know what's really going on. So so Anissa takes that all in, calls him a friend of the family, and just basically breaks out of there after that.
Fucks her head up. As we see later on, it fucks her head up because that's a direct consequence. And once again, it's like the mirror of what happens later with her dad. It's like the consequences of being shown to the actions of the heroes, even when they mean well.
Yeah, they both kind of end feeling like they have blood on their hands.
Exactly.
And indirectly both times, really. So this is when we get this dope gangster OG
White
Gamby, just like blasting like he's goddamn the tax man. He's coming in. He's coming in there. Yeah, the tail. I'm sorry. Yeah, the
shit like
right.
What?
Comes in
gas bombs like Batman
with that patented what was it, leather coat and hat.
He looks like the Shadow.
Fedora. Yeah, he does look like the Shadow.
He looks just like the Shadow.
He does look like okay, fair enough. So he comes in and he just basically takes this cat out, man. Like
Joy Toledo.
Yep.
Dead to rights, man. Puts the box on him, and we get this very, very creepy smile as he sort of takes his last breath.
And I was still waiting for the box to do something like suck his soul in it or something, but no, it was just a box.
Oh, you were really still, at this point, you were still hoping for something magical to happen?
I was waiting for something.
Fair enough. I just thought it was going to be some sort of calling card. Now, the fact that he opened it up and it was the bone dust sort of was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I was like, I was actually kind of hoping for something a little more as well.
And he smiles, and I was wondering, are you smiling because you know you may be coming back to life? Or are you smiling because you know that this will cause a war between Lady Eve and Tobias, or like he knows something that we don't? He knows
something. Yeah, something's up with that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, no, okay. No, so Anissa finally, she makes it home. And
torn up.
Yeah, distraught, apparently. And Jefferson, notices this. She sort of tells him about David Pope being
Poe,
dead.
nigga.
Poe?
Yeah.
Poe,
like Edgar
Poe,
Allan.
sorry. I keep saying Pope, sorry.
You think about to live.
Dang, I am. I'm still thinking of Pope. Sorry, Pope. Right, so I'm just going to take a break here. So she has her moment where, she just sort of breaks down and into that moment where, she feels like there's blood on her hands, and we kind of leave with this tracking shot.
Father-daughter moment.
Yeah.
Nice father-daughter moment.
Yeah, music plays, everything wonderful.
The music on this episode was top-notch, by the way.
Oh, it was. Yes. It keeps getting better every episode.
Yeah, I second that. I second that. You want to tell us about this scene here?
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I like this little moment where between parents where they bring up this little allegory to her being a stubborn child trying to walk, and the fact that she realized, once again, her character, Lynn's character, really takes in, like, she has a growth. She realizes, I couldn't stop Jefferson. I'm not going to be able to stop Anissa. So since I can't stop you, she even tell Jefferson, bruh, you got to train her. You got to train our daughter, because I'd rather you teach her instead of her going out there and getting fucked up. And that's the realest thing she could have said.
Mm-hmm. Now that you mention it, now that we've gotten here, I do remember feeling a bit of relief here. Like, I didn't expect her to sort of make this turn at this moment. Right. But it did make me feel like, okay, great, so cool. We're not going to waste a whole bunch of episodes. We're not going to waste a whole bunch of time.
Exactly.
It's like you're in the middle ground. Yeah, we just jump right into it, which is really, really dope. And she tells him everything he needs to hear to sort of move forward. Like, green light, once again. Take a shot every time you hear it, folks.
White Gamby pops up thinking it's family time as if he didn't just murder somebody. That boy cleaned up fast. Yeah, if you was here, Jefferson, I'd have saved you some food. Jefferson,
some cookies for you guys. Like, you motherfucker.
I would have got your favorite, Jefferson. Jefferson, don't leave.
He gave the biggest cold shoulder, son. And Jefferson gets a call. He gets a lead. He gets to go holler at Henderson. And we got
that infamous scene.
Niggas, they finally made jazz.
Made some motherfucking good ass music.
So Tobias' sister come in with the box, and she gives Tobias the news that Joy Toledo's been killed. And it seems like Lady Eve did it because, of course, there's a grind of bones. And that's when Tobias realizes, all right, bro, we're going to... No, his sister makes him realize, it's you or her. You got to handle your business, old man. And once again, I guess he must have been giving her the serum, too, because she should be older or something.
Yeah.
So I guess they both been like on the serum, or they need some more explanation of it, but we're not going to think about it. Comic books. Sometimes because comics.
Now, right?
But so we see the grinded up bones, and Tobias decides I'm gonna do some major level shit, and we see what he gonna do in a bit. So after this scene, we get into Henderson seeing that Henderson meeting up with Black Lightning. They had the Commissioner Gordon and Batman moment or whatnot. Henderson lets him know where he can find possibly Tobias, because there's this club that Tobias is opening up, and Joy Toledo has been spotted there because through his girlfriend's car and shit. Jefferson disappears on him like Batman, and I'm like,
that is a shout out to Batman every single time that happens. I was like,
shameless too. They're not even hiding it.
They're really not, man. And I'm just okay, man.
I'm glad Henderson's a nigga about it. Like,
just Commissioner, out, man,
Commissioner Gordon just takes that shit like, who's Batman? He might have a little quip, like, he always does that. Henderson go, all right, nigga. You're welcome, bitch. Like, he have him. I just wish that Samuel Jackson was here not just to be. If you do this to Samuel Jackson,
motherfucker.
Oh, motherfucker! I ain't gonna talk to you next time, nigga.
Right.
Oh, it'd be awesome if the character from Boondocks was the old man, Oldheim. What the fuck his name was?
Shit.
Stupid ass nigga. That nigga. If he was
what was his name?
If he was Henderson.
Stick
Meaner would be an awesome Henderson.
Yeah.
But anyway, next scene we see that the motherfuckers that tried to clean up Lynn got cleaned up by the cleaners.
Clean in house.
You feel me? Lady Eve handled that. And this is another thing that adds to the guilt and to the part of Lynn's character in this story. Because then she tells White Gambi who walks in as if, oh, see, those guys got caught or what they're murdered now.
Told you it was wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time. I had nothing to do with it. I'm very trustful.
Please let me back into the threesome.
Look at my blue eyes. My blue eyes mean trust.
Yeah.
And not Nazis. So anyway, she tells him straight up, you need to make my daughter a suit. I don't want to out you on this bullshit. And he like, I already had one made, bitch.
I've been working on this since the day she was born.
I always knew she was going to have powers. That's the reason why I took that picture of that footprint mark that she did that we never speak on that I ever had done. And we go into this next scene of Jefferson having flashbacks. And we get a little bit more of from how it affected him as a kid seeing his dad get murdered.
Yeah, they hammer that home this time around.
Yeah, but
like, I'm already on side. I'm already on the board. It's like I didn't miss last week's episode. Stop showing it. I'm like, this is very violent.
It's very disturbing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You feel it? Yeah. I'm not desensitized just yet.
It's coming. It's becoming Batman's parents getting killed though. Like, you know, you see that in every film. I don't need to see his dad get murdered anymore unless you give me another part of it because we're seeing the same one. Just we're getting incremental added things on. But I don't need to see them. I don't see that old man get killed no more.
Me either. Right. It's really hard to watch, and it gets harder each time. But
nerd moment.
So Gambi hands over the plans. I imagine we don't really get to see him, but he hands over the plans for Anissa's new suit, and she's all dope and happy. And he nerds the hell out about all the new.
And it can breathe and it can see into the future. And
yeah,
from two-faced motherfuckers like me, like all kind of shit.
Dude, yeah.
Oh yeah, even when you're not bulletproof, you gotta be bulletproof.
He has like a nerd bitch moment.
Oh, most definitely. But so yeah, he has that little moment, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go work on that suit," and leaves Lynn and Anissa to sort of talk. So I guess this is in this moment.
Who taught you how to make super suits? Where's my super suit? Where's my super suit? But for real, motherfucker, you a murderer. You know martial arts. You raise black children. You know how to make super suits in like 2 days. Just watch on the next episode. She's gonna have a whole fully functioning suit that takes the military like months to create. Yeah, who taught you this shit?
Have y'all not questioned this? Like,
White Gambi is a superpowered being, man.
Gambi's Mr. Drummond.
White Thunder.
Gambi's Mr. effing Drummond. That's what I'm gonna call him. Mr. Drummond.
The man of 1,000 names.
Right.
So we have this whole mother-daughter moment, and they finally see
everybody's on board.
She's on board. She basically explains to her daughter,
like,
I'm
waste no more time. And then we get this dope-ass song. Once again, not a jazz song at a jazz club, but hey.
No, it's like an R&B song.
It is it is not jazz whatsoever. But you know what? It so works for the scene.
Yep.
It kind of bothered me the first time, I'm not going to lie to you. Yep. But that last viewing with J.Steel actually kind of brought me to like, no, this is actually quite pitch perfect.
It was pitch perfect for everything that comes through with the blues. We finally get the showdown between Tobias and Black Lightning. They finally see each other eye to eye to basically say, yep, we are both alive.
Something tragic happens when these two get together. It is like terrible. People die when these folks get together. Man, it is bad.
Tobias talking to his sister like, as long as you there right next to me, baby, we'll never lose. I was like, oh God. They send the text message to the people to take out Lady Eve. And we don't know that's what it is yet because there's this nice ass jump cut of Tobias' sister texting, and then it jumps to Lady Eve giving her phone to the twin, her goons. So for a second, I'm thinking, okay, Lady Eve is sending the people at Tobias, when there's really the other way around. And as we get to see Black Lightning pop up, Tobias like, motherfucker, and he get his ass blasted.
Like, once again, goes down. Like, you see him go down twice. It's like, at this point, this is where I'm like, dang, I didn't think this was possible. I kind of thought if Black Lightning, gave you a shock, you just sort of take it in stride. But it's like, no, you're not impenetrable. Like, this actually be
it's gonna be a fight,
pretty level fight.
Yeah, but we gonna see if he gets gonna OD on green light and shit. I feel like he gonna take it up some notches. We gonna see this nigga getting on something, dog. Because if you got this serum, if you got any more of it, and we still got that little shit that Anissa has found, that white stuff. Right. We don't even know that her grandpa had. Right. So,
but then we can't forget that Khalil will soon have legs. Khalil
will walk.
Will forever be known as Tink Tink.
And at this point, we have Tink Tink got a few options. Is when we get to the end of this episode on how he may be able to walk. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But so we have this incredible scene. These two scenes are juxtaposed between each other. Between Black Lightning trying to get to Tobias, after he's Black Lightning his ass with the Black Lightning Ray, and at the same time, Tobias's hitmen are going at Lady Eve conspicuously with the same guns from Cold Dead Hands, the comic book.
Like there's so many, I feel like there are a lot of references. The comic and the show are very aware of one another. Even though when they just sort of say "fuck you" and both do their own thing, but at some points they always crossroad. But
the hitmen, they come and they shooting these lightning ass guns at Lady Eve and her crew, trying to fight them off. Black Lightning trying to get to Tobias, and him and his sister trying to get out. Tobias and his sister trying to get out.
She looks pretty accurate right now.
Lady Useless did get one bullet on him. As I predicted, she was not going to get a bullet.
Somebody got hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Tobias' sister gets shot by a stray bullet from the AK because since Lady Useless couldn't get the job done, once Tobias' goons tried to run up and help.
He got shot too.
I think he did get shot.
Yeah, the bullet went through his sister and got him as well because Tobias was bleeding.
That's what happened. Okay.
So it's another one of the situations of these strong ass bullets ain't no hoe.
Right.
So Tobias is bleeding out in the car while his sister got shot in the back and she's dying on the pavement. Black Lightning couldn't get to Tobias in time, and this was such an intense scene.
Weren't there like 3 people? I'm just like, I don't know. Even watching this another time, I'm like, y'all all couldn't have got into the car? Like, couldn't all of you have made it into the car? Like, I know she got hit, but it's like, why did y'all all topple over? There were like 4 of y'all. So one person pulls you into the car, the other person pulls. I don't know. It's just like, I felt like they just left her too easily. And then she dies in his hands, or in his arms.
I think what happened was, one dude ran to the car. Okay. One dude was holding Tobias and bringing him out because he was bleeding.
Right.
The other dude ran back to fight Black Lightning, got his ass whooped and left her hanging, and she just was laying there.
Oh, okay.
So
that's what
they distributed their goons appropriately. Yeah. Except I feel like Tobias would have wanted his sister to be with him.
Yeah, right.
Dying or fucking not.
Right.
Exactly. So someone's gonna pay next episode because you've taken out the only thing he gives a damn about.
Right.
Yeah, if there wasn't like enough animosity there before.
When you kill the only thing that the villain cares about, this time there's no holds barred. And we have this scene, even as his sister, I forgot her name. It sucks that I did. But even as she's dying, she don't want Black Lightning to touch her ass. She's like, let me go out like a G. It's Queen Latifah set it off, ho.
I didn't expect for her to die, though.
Me either.
I did not expect.
And I kind of low-key thought that he was going to get Tobias, I'm not going to lie.
I knew he wasn't going to get Tobias, but I didn't expect
for her to
either of the deaths in this episode.
No.
As we get to the next death, which is Lady Eve and I was so amped. I was so amped. You tell us about how you felt about Lady Eve holding her fucking own, J.Steel.
I mean, it was dope as fuck because she easily could have, gave into the moment and let these motherfuckers overtake her. But I mean, she kicked ass, grabbed the goddamn lightning gun and killed motherfuckers. She went out like a G. But I don't think Lady Eve is done.
See, I didn't think she was going to get got. But I'm going to just say this before we get to that part. I did not expect her to get killed, though.
Nah, I didn't expect her to get killed either.
She got blasted, and I was legitimately shocked that the nigga was hiding in the casket. I thought that was goddamn brilliant.
It didn't really bother me because this woman is not dead.
Okay, so here's the thing. So, watching it, what is it, a third time now? Yeah. So, watching it this time around, it's like, nah, they actually hit her with the gun, and we saw it drop down, and it sort of still had the same consistency as we see it in the very final shot of the show. So it's like, I think she's definitely gone, but I don't think she's gone for good.
Oh, no, she is currently dead. They show her be burnt to a motherfucking crisp, and that's why Henderson think Black Lightning went on a murdering spree. Right. But J.Steel has all the... Because when we get to the final scene, of course, she has every reason to say why this... Like, you do, too, to say why she's most likely going to come back.
I just always reference the fact that she was involved.
Fuck it, let's just jump to it. La la back, la la back, la la back.
Right.
You heard me? The last scene took me the fuck out before we even fuck everything else right now, dog. Dog, they showed old girl, what's her name that died?
Oh God.
Lawanda.
Her.
That tripped me out because first when we see Lala, after we see that Lady Eve died, and I'm all fucked up like, oh, they killed off such an amazing character. What the fuck? And I'm in the back of my mind knowing that what she deals with, the mortician shit. So she most likely gonna figure out some way to bring her back. But then even in thinking that, they jump right to Lala, and I'm like, whoa. What's Lala doing? Did he wakes up? I was like, yeah, they brought the actor back, bitch. bitch. But then LaWanda pop up and I legitimately get scared. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck? Why is she back?
But I'm glad that lady get her check. Get that check, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me? And
what is going on?
Just hit him with that line. Do you believe in Latavius?
The resurrection.
Whoa, and didn't, who said that? Did Tobias say that on one episode? Somebody said that. Didn't he say that to Lala before he died? Do you believe in the resurrection, Latavius? And then he killed him, right? Ain't that what he said before he killed him?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I felt like she was quoting
like something
Tobias
Tobias
told him before he died, and then she jumped into his body and became a tattoo on his. Like I said,
that was the part that I was just like, what
What's going on
fuck?
here?
Right? Is he collecting souls, or are souls just being?
But why is LaWanda?
Right,
like,
because he didn't seem like he wanted it to happen. It's not like he said, "Soul, come to me." She just jumped on his body like.
He didn't think it was. Yeah, it didn't seem like he wanted it, but I can't.
That whole thing, I was confused.
I asked
and
how and why and how is she back? How is she soul raping people? Why is she becoming soul raping demon tattoo motherfuckers resurrecting people? Like I was confused.
I was thoroughly intrigued though, man. That ending like really made me go, what? So much happened in this episode. So before we fully take in the ending, we'd be remiss if we don't go back to Jefferson and Anissa. They have a nice little moment. We have Anissa, she's like, Jefferson's taking in the fact of his consequences. Like it's his fault that Tobias' sister got killed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's drinking. He's just taking that in. Meanwhile, we have Anissa leaving a voicemail to Grace. So yeah, Grace still exists, y'all. we still gonna have some lesbian love in this bit.
Yeah. But apparently it's been a while since they've spoke. So I mean,
we just gotta make sure this character's still alive.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So Jefferson comes in to talk to his daughter, and I thought this was an incredible admission by him as a person, as a superhero and everything, by telling his daughter he's a hypocrite. He was like, I'm telling you about your emotions and how you're not ready and this and that, but I be fucking up. My emotions get me in this shit. I'm not motherfucking perfect. And like he tells his daughter, like, when we out here, we gonna make mistakes, so we gotta be good and great. And like, you know what I mean, that's when Anissa realized, oh shit, so you gonna train me? Like, man, I'm gonna train my daughter. You're my daughter. Like, we gotta get together, but I need you to be better than me, which was I had a great moment. I love the father-daughter moment they had. And every time Anissa smiles, I just feel like sunshine.
We always, like, I feel like the thing we always do is we hope for, like, what if we had a show where the character did this? But it's like, this is one of those shows where it's like, people used to say, before it existed, people used to say like, well, what if you had a show where they laid things out, like see how he just laid everything out for us, like, this is how we're gonna move. Yeah, kept it 100. This is my mistake. This is yours. And I don't know, just like the honesty of the scene and the moment and everything. It's like, is everything you kind of hope for. Because
no unnecessary tension. Like, every show needs conflict, but give me necessary conflict. Some shows give you the type of tension and type of conflict, and you be like, why are we having this fight? It could be so easily settled. You hear me? Every time you get to that point, right before they get to that point, they hit the mark. Like, oh, now we're gonna reveal to Anissa to her father and them, or now we're gonna have her mom see the light about Black Lightning, or now we have the mom see the light about Thunder, or now we're gonna have, they don't
waste a lot of time.
And that's great.
Yeah.
That is so great about this show. And Henderson gives, Jefferson a call, and now they think Jefferson as Black Lightning. Black Lightning the fucked out of Lady Eve and her people, so most likely he's wanted for murder right now, much like in your comic, Cold Dead Hands. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be very interesting as well to see where this guy, that was a great makeup, whoever did that for the burnt up lady.
Shot, that makes me feel bad.
But I'm so amped for the next episode. And Freeland businesswoman Slane is what they're saying about Lady Eve. She was like apparently this well-respected and loved member of the community.
Well, she was like a donor on the school board and stuff like that. Yeah, so I mean, she was out there. She was notable to the public.
And we have, once again, we have multiple ways that she could come back to life. Same with Joyce Alito. So we don't know how Lala came back to life. We don't know what she was doing to those bodies in her mortician. We don't know so much still that, once again, I'm highly betting that later in the season she will be back. We don't know who the Shadow Group is. We don't know what deal that Tobias made to be able to take her off the board. There's a lot of things that we still have to find out, but it's a mystery in a good way, not in a you're being frustrating with plot holes kind of way, J.Steel, look up.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, go for it.
I don't know. I just had a weird thought. I was like, wait, because I'm just thinking about that line at the very end that what's this lady's name?
LaWanda.
LaWanda.
Mm-hmm.
And my brain just went like, what if that was Lady Eve?
That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like when she comes back,
I don't know how.
likely,
we don't know how yet, but
you think LaWanda is Lady Eve?
Possibly.
I don't think LaWanda's Lady Eve. I think Lady Eve is the type to have contingency plans, and I feel like she's the one in some kind of way that's behind Lala coming back. But I don't understand the LaWanda aspect of it.
I feel like she got something to do with that.
She may have something to do with it, but I don't think I don't think they would compound in the same episode of killing her, have her be the spirit of LaWanda. I wouldn't think they'll compound. That'll get too much. But I feel like they've introduced the mythical, and that's part of what's in my comic, the magic side of the lore of Black Lightning. Because remember, it started off just a gritty ass vigilante show. Now we're seeing magic. Right. So we're seeing we still got the grittiness of green light being a thing, motherfuckers getting murdered, superpowers is happening for the superhero side, but now we got this whole other side of it, and it's also in the culture of, is this voodoo, is it magic, is it spirits, is what's going on? It's going to be very interesting where the show goes, and I just love the fuck out of this episode, title aside. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of oh fuck moments. I think a lot. This is one of those shows. This episode was one of those ones where if I was in charge of the trailer for it previously, before it came out, I would say, "You won't believe what happens in the final 15 minutes. You won't believe it. You won't sleep that night." You know
I'm glad that we didn't get that.
I'm glad it was
because the surprise is even better.
I know. I know. Just I mean, like,
I like not anticipating it.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, just for the fun of it, it just, I don't know, those last,
because J.Steel, then you get, so you got a spoiler. Then you tell me you got a spoiler before this episode.
How'd that happen?
Now, did it happen?
No.
So you have some shit on your mind that didn't even happen in this episode.
And I was looking for the Okay, so what happened
is it something that's gonna hurt?
I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is, because y'all might know and it might piss y'all off. I don't know because I didn't read the comic books. But basically, somebody that I know that works within the television and film industry, they worked on the entire season of Black Lightning. They know all the cast. They know the entire story. They read the entire script. They know everything.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about it, and I was talking about this podcast, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I really like the show. I'm watching it now." He's like, "I'm gonna show you something." Showed me a video of something. And I was like, no explanation. I was like, why? And he was like, I'm not telling you anything. But I got a snippet of something. And I was so confused.
All right. I don't know if I want to push the red button.
It's a detail. It's a small detail.
Let me tell you something. If Dennis the Menace pushes the button, so we're going to push the button.
But he just told me, he said, just keep watching. And I was like...
All right.
I don't know what this is.
For everybody listening, skip at least 30 seconds into the future if you do not want to hear what this thing is that J.Steel is about to tell us. If you want to remain absolutely
hit the 15-second skip button twice.
Hit the 15-second skip button 2 times now.
Okay, so... And just like for warning, I don't know.
Okay, hit it about 4 times to be safe because she's taking forever to tell us. So hit the 15-second skip button.
Skip a minute, man.
Hit the whole fucking minute. Fuck it.
Okay, so the video I saw was of, and it wasn't a joke. I thought it was just the actor playing around, but he was like, "No, this is an actual thing." Was of the 27-year-old. Khalil. Of him, and he has dreadlocks.
The fuck.
Okay. And it plays into the story.
That's
it? Walking?
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Is he in a wheelchair though?
All right, no, that's dope. He's not in the wheelchair. No.
Oh. He's standing.
Yeah. What? And he had dreadlocks and he was like doing that. And I was like, oh, is he playing? He's like, no, that's just keep watching. And I was like,
get the fuck out.
Okay, so hopefully.
But it looked real.
Okay, come back. Hopefully you're back. Because now we know what it is. And now we can even speak around it since we know what it is. If you skip, that's on you. If you listen, you heard the craziness that we heard because it's more weird than anything else.
It is weird. It's a very small detail that I'm like, wait, what?
I don't even know where to go with it.
I didn't even needed to skip it. I would go back and listen if I were you.
No. Some people don't even watch trailers.
Okay, right.
I want to give it because there's some people who love to remain absolutely pure. Okay. So if you're one of those Puritans that love to stay pure, do not listen to this because you might, because that's another thing too.
I'm enjoying
There's people that know parts of the comic books we don't know. Right. So maybe it might be some little thing that we don't even realize we're spoiling. So I'm giving y'all the heads up. It's some weird shit.
And when I tell y'all I tried, at that point I was like, just tell me everything. This person would not tell me.
Because they're a real nigga.
They said no. They said nope. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
Bless your heart.
They're a real nigga.
I tried so hard.
Don't up your show. Don't up your show, person.
No, that's dope. Because, I mean, either way, I'd still watch, but damn.
But at least
I'm
we
so
know.
Curious now.
Right, I am too.
Yeah.
We're right about what we were saying. We was right about regarding that character.
Yeah.
And another thing is, but I mean, you already know off the dump the fact that this man, that character, the way they're not gonna just keep that character in that position. So anyway, as we move forward, just off of the aesthetic of how this motherfucker look, like, come on, you gonna hire this motherfucker to just be like doing that? But anyway. Ratings.
You gave him a PlayStation 4.
Shut up! God damn it!
PlayStation 1.
Oh my God!
What? I just gotta stop talking about the PlayStation 1?
I think that PlayStation 1 is important.
I'm trying. I was trying so hard to hide the identity. Y'all motherfuckers just gave the.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, so skip ahead another.
Damn, I'm so sorry.
Just skip the whole ending.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Skip the end of our whole episode.
No, I really fucking did. I'm sorry.
High ass motherfuckers.
Damn,
so anyway,
right,
I give this bitch 5 votes.
Don't
Fuck
give me
it.
nothing, man.
5.5 votes. 5.5 votes.
Whoa.
I mean, 4. I mean, it's not 5.5. I'm sorry. 4.5 votes is what I meant.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
4.5 votes.
Why 4.5?
4.5 because fuck it, they get 5. It was gonna be a nitpick.
What was your nitpick though?
I forgot what it was, so I gave up because I know.
Fair enough.
Because halfway through I was watching it. Because there's two times if you rewind this podcast, you're gonna be able to see me being like, I have a problem with this, I have a problem with this, I have a problem with that. I just forgot what those things were.
Okay.
But the fact that I can remember there were things, and you want to take it. Well, I knew I didn't love every single bit of this episode. This still wasn't a perfect episode, but I believe it was Black Lightning hitting it all. Everything that it does well, it did well. Because there's certain things that some people just might not just like the show, for certain reasons. But there's certain things that it's great at, and it did it greatly. What y'all talking about?
I give it 4.5. Just because the ending was cool, but like kind of confused me a little bit.
She took a half point off for confusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Confusion and left fieldedness, and I don't really have anything bad to say though.
I don't either, really. That's the only thing, and I think I don't know if the confusion is enough to knock off a point. Like,
because with one man's confusion is another woman's intrigue.
I think I'm just. No, I'm gonna stick with 4.5 as well.
So I'm going with my original 4.5 because there's just something that makes me not want to give it the full 5. I'm not sure what it is fully, but some saying this is not a perfect episode of Black Lightning, but it was goddamn amazing.
Yeah, I'm just having trouble figuring out what the issue is with it. But it's like I can't quite give it a 5, but I can give it a strong 4.5.
I'm gonna ask you this:
yeah.
If we didn't just watch it another 2 times, first viewing, what you would have gave it though?
First viewing, 5 off the
yeah.
dome.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie.
5 plus something.
If we would have recorded this right after I saw this,
first time,
it would have got a 5. It's the fact that I sat and watched it twice and then a third time with you guys.
Glad you mentioned it because that first viewing is really what matters, dude. And that first viewing, I was just I was so in awe, and it was so hard to keep all of my thoughts and stuff to myself. I wanted to hit you with everything I was thinking in that exact moment. So now going back and refeeling those feelings again, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna go with the 5. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with the 5. I felt like I might have been milking that 5 for other reasons, but you know what? No, now that I'm thinking about it, no. Those first your first instincts are normally the best ones, and I'm gonna go with that 5.
You sound like somebody who was trying not to have sex that night. And then the motherfucker kept on playing with your balls or playing with you.
It's like, alright, if you gonna keep
you're
that.
Like, alright, you fine. I want to. You attractive. Let it go. I'm going to your bed.
I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight.
So that's that's a good rating. Once again, the show has not really had any bad episodes. They've had some questionable decisions happening in certain episodes, but it still is on a great run, especially for the first season of any show. And I got to give it that all day. So you got any predictions that you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
I feel like after all of this, I couldn't really render a proper prediction. I don't know, man. Do you have anything?
Yeah, Lady Eve's not dead.
That's
some
a
extent.
dream for me.
She has something to do with the weird ass shit at the end. What else? There's so many characters that weren't in this episode. It's kind of like.
I mean, everybody can't be in every episode.
I know. Yami's gonna die soon.
we still.
It's time for him to go.
You just feel like he's run his course.
It's his time. Yeah, it's his time.
I'm feeling more and more that's going to most likely be in the first season now. Before I was holding out hope that he might make it to
he's on his way out.
But yeah, it's starting to get more and more. No, I think because he has too many motherfucking fires. You know what I mean? Lit for me to believe that he can make it past this season. But I do like the fact, I still stand by the fact that he is one of the most, if not the most interesting character on the damn show. You just still you're still curious to be like, okay, well, what's going on?
Well, like he says it, man. You can't trust that second. I don't trust him either. But
hold your thought. Let's see this promo.
Just take that frame of it. You know what it proves? I'm getting on something skin.
They told us you wasn't coming back. That you were dead.
Dead. I like it.
Now that you're back, what's your plan?
He will find you. I will find you.
He will find you. So, yeah, from looking at the promo, taking it in a bit, predictions, if any, because you said, your brain was blown.
Oh, yeah, well, no, so that makes me feel like, no, that's probably definitely Lala, as he prefers to be called. And
with an edge, even more so.
With an edge, yeah. So I was going to say that I'm predicting sort of a hand-to-hand final battle between Black Lightning and Tobias this season, but sort of now I kind of, because I don't know if I texted this to you or not, but I was looking at the IMDb, and Lala, or the actor who plays Lala, is apparently on schedule to do 7 episodes, or has done 7 episodes, and everybody else has done 13.
Right.
But like, we're on, what episode are we on now?
We're on 6.
So he's been gone for a minute. So when I saw that, I'm like, well, he wasn't on 7 episodes.
So that was almost a give. Like, okay, he's going to be back.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't kill him anytime soon, because I liked what the actor was doing with him, and I'm very curious now that Lala's back and looking like a boss. How does that play with him and Tobias?
Well, yeah, that's actually
Tobias killed him.
Well, you think I feel like he's just going to try to stay under. Oh, wow, fair enough.
That makes me very curious. And he's not staying underground, because he went back and got his whole old crew and shit.
Together,
He's getting driven around and shit like a
boss.
But
he seems to be happy, though, that people think he's dead. He seems like he might want to, like, sort of keep that.
I don't know how it's going to play. So I'm very curious to see if it's are they allies, are they enemies, how is it about to go? So we can get out of here right now, man. We've been here for a good long enough time. We went into episode 7. And I'm so happy episode 8 got a simple ass motherfucking title. Revelations is next week, y'all. Thank you. Easy, still biblical, but simple.
Appreciate it.
Let them know who y'all are as we get up out here, man.
It's J.Steel, y'all. Once again, you can follow me on Instagram at IamJSteel_. And you can also follow me at FatGirlNola and catch me on TheMisbelief at TheMisbelief.podbean.com.
Yep.
You can find me Marty, Marty Edwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Also go to LorrainePictures.com. Check out the Your30 podcast. Like, rate, share, comment, thread, all that good stuff. We got a lot of things you can say and do there. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play Store.
It's that actor guy, Martin Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it Mr. Outer, you ain't gonna find me. And once again, subscribe to the Fly with Bats podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, and at the and at FlyWithBats.podbean.com. Also, if you want to hit up the regular Fly with Bats cast, which we coming back this week, hit us up at FlyWithBats@gmail.com. If you want to hit the Reviewing That Lightning podcast cast, hit us up at reviewingthatlightning@gmail.com. We want to talk to you. We want to hear from you. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. For this week, we about to get up out of here. And once again, thank y'all for listening, man. Black Lightning's back.
Hey, no lie, seen him with my own eyes. Electric shocking guys, putting them all in line. About time somebody came down here and dealt with crime. Not just the gangsters, the police is out of line. So it's no trust, they don't understand our trouble. I don't know him myself, but do we come from struggle? Cause I'm like no superheroes around here, bruh. I'm like, he gotta be one of us.